Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
How's it going, folks? Thank you very much for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. This is episode number 536. Episode number 536 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get into anything else, I'd like to ask everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, please follow me on the last bastion of freedom of speech in social media. I'm talking about Gab. You can follow me on gab.ai under the name Politics Ghost, all right? All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow, all right? Now, once again, folks, before I get into the show, I definitely do want to have everyone out there spread this link around like wildfire. If you haven't noticed, since Monday's interview with Tom Kaczynski, the now infamous Jackman, Maine city manager that has since unfortunately been fired because of certain remarks that he gave, which he has since clarified on the last broadcast, episode number 535, True Capitalist Radio has been all over the media itself. I mean, let's just be honest, Fox News, and I really don't appreciate what you all wrote about me in the Press Herald, all right? The Press Herald, screw you. Who asked you? But with that being said, folks, I just want to say that we're keeping it underground here, all right? We're keeping it underground, and I do want to say that we're also getting noticed by our old friend D. Ray McKesson. I just wanted y'all to know that. Y'all hear about this? I hear our old friend D. Ray McKesson, the pothole leader of Black Lives Matter, tweeted out something to the effect of, man, what civil rights? Man, that motherfucker got fired because he was racist. So we obviously, once again, on the radar of Black Lives Matter. And let me tell you, you tweet at D. Ray, Capitalist Army, or anything about this show, he's going to ignore you. All right? He's scared of the Capitalist Army. You want to know why? The same reason why the white nationalists and the so-called alt-right LARPers out here are afraid of the Capitalist Army. We provide substance. We ask questions that they don't want to answer, and if they do answer, they will be caught in their own hypocrisy. So with that being said, folks, I do want to say that thanks once again for Tom Kaczynski for giving us the exclusive. Once again, Tom is part of the inner circle. I mean, we're not just making money moves, baby. We're playing political games too. All right? I'm just saying. And I also want to say thank you to those folks that listened in that don't traditionally listen in. I hear we had folks from the New York Times listening into the broadcast. I hear we have folks from the Washington Post, all these people listening in, and according to a couple of people that were interviewed related to this situation, they are in complete disbelief that this show even exists, nor do they believe that people actually think this way in a political capacity. I mean, these people are so disconnected from life, it makes me sick. And that's why they're fake news, and that's why individuals get the straight political dope, and not to mention the economic news that no one else gives, right here on True Capitalist Radio. And I want to thank you folks for that. Before we get into the crypto and stock news, folks, I know that everybody's waiting for that first hour. Let's talk about what we're going to do in the second and third hour, right? Obviously, second hour, we're going to talk about President Donald Trump. He hosted the mayor's meeting. That's right, he hosted the mayor's meeting, which means he was having all these mayors from all over the country come together, and he wanted to highlight some of the things that are affecting the United States, you know, the opioid crisis, immigration, you know, things of that capacity. Well, apparently because this morning the DOJ is going to actually send out subpoenas to city officials who are providing sanctuary city Safeway housing to illegal immigrants. We're tired of this. The Trump administration is tired of this. So I'm not talking about I'm talking about the Department of Justice is sending out subpoenas to city officials who defy the immigration laws of this country. And I'm going to be honest, folks, they're probably not going to arrest the city officials, which I think they should, because, to be honest with you, you got some of these damn idiots in Pothole, California, begging to be arrested so they can look like a martyr on the damn mainstream media. What's going to happen here, folks, and you damn city officials, you better start listening and listen up good. When you defy these subpoenas, what's going to happen is your funding is going to get cut. Do you understand that? Your funding is going to get cut. And when your federal funding gets cut, I hope that you have allocated resources or are fiscally responsible to be able to sustain your goddamn selves. And I can tell you right now, you ain't going to be able to do it, especially with the influx of freaking immigrants that you people are allowing into your cities. And moreover, folks, they take the federal money. All right? California takes the federal money. And by taking the federal money, they agree that they are going to oblige federal laws. Well, they're about to lose money. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, let's go ahead and keep going. The POTUS, President of the United States, headed to Davos, Switzerland. As a matter of fact, I think he may be in the air right now, headed to Davos. Now, we're going to talk about what kind of a mood the president's going to be in. I think he's going to show some manly dominance like yours truly does on a consistent basis every time I do this broadcast. But I think the president is going to assert some manly dominance out there while at the same time selling America, that we're open for business again, and we're starting to produce. And, you know, if you want to buy from us, come and get it. If not, go screw yourselves. And I like how the president told China and South Korea to go screw themselves too, you know. If y'all didn't know, the president actually raised tariffs, tariffs on Chinese solar panels and on, washer and dryers that come out of South Korea. So there's going to be a 30% tariff on every one of these solar panels from China and washer and dryers from South Korea that come into the United States. And why? Because the president understands the ridiculous trade imbalances that yours truly has been screaming about for the past 10 years. And if you don't believe me, look back in that goddamn archive if you don't believe me. blogtalkradio.com/ghost. But he's going to be conducting himself and America very proud out there in Davos. And you're going to have all those banksters, all those globalists pissed off that Donald Trump literally just threw a wrench in their bureaucratic attempt at taking over the world. I'm telling you that right now. Yeah, that's right. They're already talking about it. I was watching some of that Davos coverage today. They're already talking about, well, Donald Trump, he's really disrupted the world order. And I mean, what the hell's going to happen? I mean, we need order. And shut up. Yeah, we may need order, but certainly not some centralized, bureaucratic, international institution like the United Nations or any of that crap. And look at what the world has turned itself into under the United Nations. The world has gotten worse. And not to mention, the United Nations is a despicable organization. All you've got to do is Google UN food for sex children. That's all you got to do. Go Google that. And that's the United Nations right there. That's the goddamn sick, twisted, pedophilic damn United Nations. I hate the United Nations, man. I'm glad the president said, you know what? You're going to sit over here and try to chastise America? We funded your stupid institution. Go screw yourself. We're cutting your goddamn funding. We're cutting your goddamn funding. America and the taxpayers of this country are no longer going to be fleeced by international institutions. No longer. And that's why, you stupid, simpleton, idiot, climate change and global warming, one of the coldest winters ever. Oh, no, global warming. You idiots, that's why the president pulled out of the Paris Climate Accord. Excuse me, I threw up in my freaking mouth a little bit just talking about the Paris Climate Accord. That's why he pulled out of it, because we were funding the son of a bitch. We were funding it all, and on top of us funding the whole damn thing, we were under the biggest constraints under the deal. It was ridiculous. But no, all you got to hear from the mainstream media, no, you don't understand global warming and, all this other stuff. It's great. It's, we have to just shut your stupid, liberal, globalist, idiotic garbage. Stop shoving it down my throat. We're not taking it around here anymore. Anyway, folks, I'm sorry. I'm going off keister here. I know I should be talking about what we're going to discuss in the second and third hour, but, sometimes when you're discussing some of these subjects, it just makes you sick, I'll tell you that. Anyway, later on in the second hour, we're also going to talk about the DOJ, the FBI, and the Robert Mueller Special Counsel conspiring to remove a duly elected president, and I'm talking about President Donald Trump. And I know that the left-wing media is trying to push this narrative now that it's a conspiracy theory that those of us on the right that can clearly see that this goddamn whole bureaucratic setup from Bruce Orr, who had a wife who worked for Fusion GPS, who concocted this Russian dossier, who had people in the FBI who used the Russian dossier. I'm talking about Peter Strzok, and it's just all these people so that why? They could have a status quo of criminal enterprise, because, folks, that's what it's starting to look like. It's starting to look like our government for the past 30 or 40 years has been a criminal organization, to say the least. And what it's looking like right now, and we're going to talk about it extensively in the second hour, that there was a conspiracy between all these institutions to undermine a duly elected president, to try to remove a duly elected president. For what? Because they knew that Donald Trump was not going to continue on with this status quo of what is the equivalent of a criminal organization, and I'm talking about the swamp in D.C. And if you don't think it's a criminal organization, folks, take a look at what's happened in the past 25 to 30 years. Take a look at all the debts that we've incurred. $20 trillion in debt. And much like Donald Trump said in the 2016 campaign, what do we have to show for it? What do we have to show for $20 trillion in debt? Nothing. We have nothing to show for it. And these assholes in Washington, D.C. are the ones that signed off on all this nonsense. They're the ones under our name. They were the ones that allowed these international interests, corporate interests, etc., to raid the American taxpayer system and put us in debt because of it. We need to wake up, folks, all right? We need to wake up and realize that while we were enjoying the fruits of American freedom and American capitalism and not paying attention to the political system, we have been infiltrated by people that are communists at the very least socialist, but communist, I'm going to say, who want to centralize everything, who want to destroy the dominance of the United States, and they've done so thus far. I mean, take a look at the past 8 years with Barack Obama. Every policy, everything that he's ever done as a president threw us backwards 40 years, economically, socially, politically, and in international relations. You have Trump going around the world trying to see who still respects us and who doesn't. I mean, Barack Obama systematically destroyed this country. That's why you have these countries out here trying to flex nuts at us. It's ridiculous. Anyway, look, I'm sorry. Once again, I'm going off keister, but, man, I could talk about this forever, man, because no one in the mainstream media is talking about it. I mean, they're throwing their own slants. They're throwing their own – I mean, these people in the deep state think that they're not only above the law, but that they can control who our leaders are. They think that they're kingmakers. And why? Because as I stated before I went into this soliloquy, these people wanted to sustain the continuity of what is the equivalent of a criminal enterprise that has been governing our government for the past 30 to 40 years. It's ridiculous. Anyway, we're going to talk about that. And there's a lot of things to talk about there, folks. I mean, the new text, they suggested in the text that Comey knew about exonerating Hillary Clinton way before the July 16th interview. I mean, Loretta Lynch knew before the 2016 July interview with Hillary Clinton. I mean, Comey wrote a draft exonerating Hillary Clinton months before the July 2016 interview. I mean, this contradicts what he testified in front of I believe it was the Senate Judiciary Committee in that September. Y'all remember he went in that into some committee in September and gave that ridiculous, 8-hour testimony of, well, I couldn't prosecute her because she was just careless and unsophisticated. And if you look back at all the statutes, there is no precedent for anyone being prosecuted for being careless and unsophisticated. And we now know that term, careless and unsophisticated, was rewritten into the draft that was going to exonerate Hillary Clinton by Peter Strzok. We know that for a fact now. And Peter Strzok seems to be everywhere. I mean, that's why this guy needs to go to prison right away. He needs to be on trial for treason. I'm talking Peter Strzok at the very minimum. This man needs to go now. This guy was a part of all this, the Hillary Clinton email situation. Apparently, according to those that have seen the documents in Congress, he was a part of actually taking the Russian dossier as evidence to the FISA courts so that they can justify wiretapping the president, or not the president yet. He was actually still a candidate for President Trump and his surrogates. This is ridiculous, folks, and we're going to talk about it extensively in the second hour. It's just so much to talk about. It's just, and not to mention, before I move on, did y'all hear the FBI has a secret society? Oh, Jesus Christ. A secret society? And I'm not saying this, folks, because this is a conspiracy theorist show, all right? I'm not Alex Jones over here. I'm not, hey, you know something, this super male vitality, and you got to take it so it can give you the big-ass boner so you can fight against the reptilian lizard men that come down from planet Dragon, from the star god, and my filters. No, I don't do that kind of a show, folks. I'm telling you the reason I'm saying that there's some kind of a supposed secret society in the FBI because it was in the text between Peter Strzok and that disgusting horse-face FBI lawyer he was banging. I'm talking about Lisa Page. They were talking about some secret society. And, some congressman came out this morning and suggested that under testimony, because remember, both House and Senate have committees investigating this whole ridiculousness that's happening with the DOJ, the FBI, and Robert Mueller. They have testimony from several different people that suggest that there is a legitimate secret society within the FBI who meet off the site, off the goddamn FBI headquarters and conduct themselves independently outside of the rule of law. And many of these people that are a part of this so-called secret society in the FBI are still in the FBI today at high levels. What is this crap? What is this crap? I mean, is this America? Is this goddamn America, for Christ's sake? I mean, a secret society in the FBI? I'm telling you, folks. I mean, what is it? What is it, huh? What is it? Uh-oh. 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 What is it?
Illuminati. A secret society do exist. Illuminati.
Uh-oh. Is this for real?
Illuminati. A secret society do exist. Illuminati.
Are we for real? FBI secret societies? Are you kidding me? I mean, is this what we're headed? Shut it off, engineer. Shut it off. I mean, is this where we're going? I mean, is my filters telling the truth, for Christ's sake? I mean, hey, my filters. Maybe you're right. I don't know. Maybe there are secret societies everywhere, for Christ's sake. Who the hell knows? Anyway, folks, I got to get moving on. In the third hour, we're going to get into the Schumer shutdown and highlight how the Democrats look like complete and utter idiots, and they shut down the government because they believe, and their actions prove this, folks. They shut down the government. Their actions prove that illegal immigrants supersede the rights of American citizens. And that's what this Schumer shutdown proves, and it should prove to all of you out there. And if you're a Democrat that backs up this crap, you're an anti-American piece of trash. All right? I'm not even kidding. You're an anti-American piece of garbage. We're going to talk about that. Anyway, we're also going to talk about how Turkey is continuing its military assault in the northern area of Syria on the U.S. allied-backed Kurds. And we're going to talk about how that's a very, very weird predicament in international relations because, lest we forget, we just had Putin literally give back Syria to Bashar al-Assad after all these years, and you had Putin out there giving his mission accomplished speech and basically abandoning all the Russian forces that were out there protecting Bashar al-Assad. They're out of there, and the reason they're out of there, and you've got Putin saying mission accomplished, is because he's got this damn supposed election this March. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Putin is running for election this March, and he's got to show the people. He's got to show the people. He's got to show the people. He's got to show the people that he's, strong man and that he won in Syria and all this other crap. Anyway, lest we forget that the Turkey, at least Erdogan and Putin, I mean, they've been hugging and kissing for the past couple of years. 2 weeks after the idiot Erdogan threw a coup on himself in July 2016, I predicted that, by the way. Nobody even gives a crap about that. You look back at the archive. Either way, Turkey's continuing its onslaught, and they're even saying that if the United States forces get in the way, that they'll confront them too. So Turkey, it's flexing nuts out here. I don't know what the hell's going on. Turkey, they're allied with Russia now. They just had an arms deal that they made in Sochi about, 2 months ago? I mean, unless we forget that 2 weeks ago, Turkey announced that Bashar al-Assad should be removed from power. So you got Erdogan's Turkey talking about how Bashar al-Assad needs to be removed from power, and yet you have Russia literally throw Russian lives to protect Bashar al-Assad so he could keep his country. I mean, it's getting really ridiculous. It's like a freaking international relations soap opera. We're going to talk about that in the third hour. And if we do have any more time, we're going to talk about South Korea, concerns that the United States might strike North Korea, folks. And I don't blame the South Koreans for being a little concerned because I don't know if y'all have read the reports, but we've got stealth bombers right now in Guam ready to kick some goddamn North Korean ass. That's all I'm saying. And I think that the president should do it. I'm not trying to be a war hawk, but I'm going to tell you why I think you should do it in the third hour. Just do it. I mean, send some of these soy boys to war. Start drafting these guys. Throw them out there, for Christ's sake. Anyway, and not to mention, we're also going to talk about how the Pope came out and condemned fake news and calls fake news the devil's work. This, of course, after he got tarred and feathered out there in Chile recently, when Chile's media outlets were highlighting the fact that this Pope, I guess he elevated some bishop, or, I guess, I don't know, made some bishop a higher ranking in the Catholic Church, and this bishop, according to many in Chile, literally turned a blind eye. Once again, you hear the story all the time coming out of the Catholic Church, turned a blind eye while thousands of children were being molested, were having their innocence taken from them, etc. But no, that's the devil's work, right, Pope, you stupid freaking blasphemous asshole. And if we have any time left after that, which I doubted, I'm going to ask everybody out here, why is Ben Shapiro a thing? Can somebody explain that? Look, explain it to me in the third hour. Why is Ben Shapiro a thing? I mean, this guy looks literally like a smug, disgruntled autist. Have you ever heard this guy talk, for Christ's sake? He's one of the most uninspiring people I've ever heard talk in my life. Now, listen, I'm not against what he's saying, but, I mean, I'm seeing this stupid autist on Fox News. I'm seeing him all over the place. He just put a paywall on his damn podcast. Yeah, he put a damn paywall on his podcast. I'm not even joking. From what I hear, Shapiro put a $5, I believe it was a $5 a month paywall on his podcast. And then when he started realizing, oh, my God, more people are actually signing on than I anticipated, so let's raise the price to 10. I'm sorry. Somebody please answer me. Why is Ben Shapiro a thing, man? This guy makes me. I mean, he's an uninspiring prick. He's a smug, disgruntled autist, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, I'd rather watch paint dry than listen to this freaking autist. I'm sorry. You know what? You all can get pissed off all you want to. I'm just saying. Why is Ben Shapiro a thing? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Anyway, folks, that's it. Let's go ahead and talk a little crypto. Let's talk a little stocks here, because I know everybody wants to talk about that because it's all about money. That's what us capitalists wake up every day to. That's why we're inspired every day. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and talk crypto. Now, there's a lot of news that I want to talk here about crypto, first and foremost. Specifically, I want to talk a little bit about quantum. That's right, folks. We're going to start off by talking about quantum, that symbol QTUM. And there's a lot of reasons why I want to start talking about quantum, folks, because I believe there's a lot of good news for anyone who wants to start holding quantum now. Holding quantum now, because there's a lot of reasons to do so. Now, first off, I remember at the beginning of the month, everybody was trying to acquire quantum so that they could be a part of the Bitcoin United hard fork. And for all those folks that don't remember, you had to have been holding quantum in your Quantum Core wallet so it could be snapshotted by the Bitcoin United folk, and they will in turn direct you with the instructions so that you can collect your Bitcoin United. Now, if you were holding 100 quantum, you got 1 Bitcoin United. 100 quantum, 1 Bitcoin United. Now, they took the snapshot on January 3rd, and everybody was like, hey, Ghost, where's the Bitcoin United, dude? Well, if you take a look on the website, folks, and the official website, for all those that don't know about Bitcoin United, the official website is ub.com. All right, now let me go ahead and take a look at my Gab, folks, all right? Info on how to obtain your Bitcoin United is about to be dropped right now. Take a look at my Gab. Look at my Gab. I'm going to drop it right here, folks. I am linking you the link for all you folks that had at least 100 quantum. There it is right there, the details on how you can obtain your Bitcoin United for every 100 quantum you were holding prior to the January 3rd point in which they were going to stop doing so. So there it is, folks. I know a lot of people have been asking me about it. What happened to the Bitcoin United? What the hell happened there? Well, there it is. All right, there it is, folks. All right, and keep posted with the United Bitcoin people, because that's where you're going to get the direction on how to obtain your United Bitcoin for every 100 quantum that you're holding. And by the way, for you Bitcoiners, for every 1 Bitcoin, you also get 1 Bitcoin United. So you might also want to click that link as well. So it was, I'm just saying. I mean, when you start seeing hard forks like this, that's when you want to start possibly entertaining moves to acquire crypto. Now, why am I talking about quantum right now, symbol QTUM? Well, if you weren't involved in that particular airdrop or hard fork, well, then you can get involved in this airdrop right here. Now, first and foremost, folks, I want to go ahead and before we cover quantum, let me cover the next coin that quantum is going to give away. Or not quantum, but the people that are utilizing the quantum token. The team that is utilizing the quantum token is going to give away 4 of their coins for every, I believe it's for every 100 quantum that you have in your possession. It's called BOTI. BOT is the name of the cryptocurrency right now, folks. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. BOT is the cryptocurrency that I'm discussing here right now, BOTI. Now, what is BOTI? First of all, BOTI is a cryptocurrency that is made off of the quantum token. This is not an ERC token or an ERC20 token, folks. That's an Ethereum-based token. This is a quantum token. So that means that you're going to start having quantum token-based cryptocurrencies starting to come out on a frequent basis. As a matter of fact, if you do the research on how many quantum-based tokens are going to be put out, there's at least a dozen of them, okay? At least a dozen. Now, BOTI, let's talk about it a little bit. Not only is it a quantum-based token, but it's also the same type of predictive blockchain technology as symbol GNO or Genosis, and also Augur, which have all been buys. If y'all have been listening to me, I mean, I was a buyer in Augur when it was about $40. It's now about $90. I was a buy on GNO when it was at a bottom at $59. It is now close to $300. Now, just based on those two blockchains, which basically do the same thing. Now, what is predictive blockchain technology? It's technology that's going to be obviously needed, and it's probably needed even more than ever now, because what predictive technology is utilized for is for things like insurances, insurance agencies. Like, for instance, how many, based upon all these different factors and things that could happen in time and potential weather or whatever, all these different factors, how many accidents can we expect to have in a given year? How many, all that stuff, all that predictive technology stuff. I mean, stock prediction technology, all this stuff. That's why all these predictive coins, these predictive blockchains are really, really going high in price, because we all know that this is going to be needed in the future. Now, with that being said, I just told you both of those coins that are the same type of blockchain predictive technology as BOTI, B-O-T. Now, those coins have gone up exponentially, and we're going to talk about them in a second. But let's talk about BOTI right now. I am a buy and definite buy and hold on BOT. Now, of course, you're going to get BOT if you happen to be holding quantum. Lest we forget, that's why we even led into this coin. Let's take a look at it first, all right? BOTI, B-O-T, market capitalization as of right now is $36 million in market capitalization. The circulating supply, folks, 40 million in circulating supply. 40 million in circulating supply. So if you compare that to how much is circulated with GNO, GNO has got 1.1 million in circulation. That's why GNO is close to $300 a cryptocurrency, and it's a blockchain predictive type of tech. Or what do we call it? REP or Augur. Augur is got about 11 million in circulation, and currently it's at about hitting about $89, $90 a coin. Now, if you just take those figures, those numbers, and they're the same type blockchain, as a matter of fact, both of those blockchains are ERC20 tokens. They're Ethereum-based. GNO, REP are ERC20-based tokens. They're Ethereum-based tokens. Keep that in mind. Now, just based upon the circulating supply and the price, Bodhi is at rock bottom prices right now, folks. All right, BOT, rock bottom prices. 40 million in circulating supply. The current price, as a matter of fact, the reason that it's probably up right now is because the inner circle has probably bought most of it. I'm not even joking around, because we jumped on this probably as early as 6:30 in the morning this morning, because this is what we do. Whenever we're in the inner circle, we're always on the radar. We're always looking for the good deals. We always want to make money. So right now, even at this price, I think it's a buy. Let's take a look at the price, okay? It's gone up in the past 24 hours, 10.39%. Current price for BOT, current price, 92 cents. 92 cents for BOT, folks. And in my opinion, you compare this particular coin, which is a predictive blockchain, and compare it to REP, compare it to GNO, there is a lot of growth to be had on BOT. So, in my personal opinion, I am a buy and hold. Now, let's get to the free BOT that's going to happen to those that are holding Quantum at this time. And let's go ahead and go to Quantum while we're talking about it. Don't mean to be bebopping around, folks, but you got to know this information so you can have the 411 on where to get the money. Now, how do you get free BOT or BOT by holding Quantum? Well, folks, you have to have 100 Quantum, or at least a minimum of 10. But for every 100 Quantum, you will receive 4 different BOT tokens. Now, all you have to do is you have to make sure that you have Quantum in your Quantum Core wallet. Now, you need to get the Quantum Core wallet from the Quantum website, because what will happen is that around the first week of February, or before blockchain number 93333, everyone that's on the blockchain before that is going to be eligible for an airdrop of 4 BOT tokens. Now, with that being said, folks, let me go ahead and show you the information on this so that if you want to read extensively on the airdrop relating to Quantum, here it is right here. Go ahead and take a look at my gab. Hold on, let me go. Give me my gab, engineer. All right, go ahead and take a look at my gap. Post it in the Ethereum, engineer. All right, take a look at my gab right now, folks, if you want to take a look at how to get BOT by holding Quantum. Of course, the symbol for Quantum is QTUM. And all you've got to do is hold it in your Quantum wallet. And because these are Quantum tokens, the BOT is going to be delivered right into your wallet, just right there, instantaneous, after the first week of February. You're welcome. Free money. I'm telling you, look, this isn't the only Quantum-based token that's going to come out and do this. There's at least 6, 7, at least that I know of off the top of my head, that are coming around the pike and that are going to be a hell of opportunity for anybody to take advantage of if you are holding Quantum. I told you Quantum is the coin to make. It is going to be the future. Look, y'all already heard my opinion on Quantum, but hopefully at this point in time, I've already told you all about 2 different airdrops of free coins that you could get if you were holding Quantum. And on top of that, on top of free coins that you can get just for holding Quantum, you get paid Quantum for holding Quantum. Yes, it's a proof of stake coin. So when you hold your Quantum in your Quantum Core wallet, and you there's a little, at the bottom corner, there's a little lightning bolt that signifies whether you're staking your coins or not staking your coins. If you stake your coins, that means you keep your wallet open, and it'll always be a part of the blockchain, and as a result, what'll happen is that after a certain amount of time, the blockchain is going to reward you with more Quantum for holding the Quantum. I mean, this is what I'm telling you. Why do you think I keep telling people QTUM, buy and hold? QTUM, buy and hold. That's what I'm telling you, man. I mean, I've already told you here about Quantum. United Bitcoin, you could have gotten 1 United Bitcoin for every 100 Quantum that you were holding. Right now, I just told you about for every 100 Quantum you're holding, you get 4 BOT coins. That's just for holding, man. So anyway, folks, let's get to Quantum. All right, market capitalization for Quantum is $3 billion market capitalization. The circulating supply for Quantum is 73,831,928 Quantum in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Quantum, it has gone up, folks. It has gone up 5%. All right. The current price for Quantum, symbol QTUM, the current price, and let me tell you, I say the price that includes the Korean exchanges, $42.55. So with that being said, folks, once again, I'm another buy and hold on QTUM. All right? QTUM. And if you don't, then, go do whatever the hell you want to do. Go invest in Tron and Ripple and Cardano and all these shit coins that are being pumped in the mainstream media. As a matter of fact, I gabbed a post earlier today. You can look on my gab right now about a CNBC screenshot. It's right there. They're trying to advocate people to buy these meme coins, for heaven's sake. I'm talking like Dogecoin. CNBC telling people Dogecoin is a great buy. Panda Coin is a great buy. Potcoin is a great buy. Give me a break. You see, I personally believe that the mainstream business media is aiding Wall Street in fluctuating these markets to drop these prices so that Wall Street can scoop up these damn cryptos at dirt cheap prices, man. And, that's where all the new money's going, folks. If you take a look at where the market caps, or the biggest percentages, I should say, are going, they're going to these shitty, dumb, ridiculous coins. Look at Cardano, up 12.54%. For what? On what? Tron up 4.95%. Why? Why? These, it's like beating a dead horse. I mean, it makes no sense why these people would be investing in these coins when there are tens of billions of these coins in circulation. It will never get to the price that you morons will think, all right? I mean, I've told you over and over and over again. Good God. Anyway, let's get to Bitcoin United. Since we're talking about Bitcoin United, it's actually out, and actually it's called United Bitcoin. I'm sorry. It's called United Bitcoin. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at it now that it's out, folks, okay? Right now, it's currently trading, and no one knows the market cap because no one knows how much is in current circulation. They're still in the distribution process. The markets that it's sold in is in about, let's say about 12 markets that it's being sold in right now. Not ones that I recognize besides EXX. But the total circulating supply, the max supply of United Bitcoin will be 21 million. And moreover, folks, if you take a look at the white paper of United Bitcoin, it's pledging that it's going to have 3-second transfer speed, 3 seconds, and the transfer fees are going to be rather low. So if they can pull that off, then they've got something. Anyway, folks, in the past 24 hours, United Bitcoin has gone up 28.98%. Current price for United Bitcoin, $126.62 per United Bitcoin. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, if they can get this whole 3-second transfer speed, and it's legit, then I'm a buy on United Bitcoin. I mean, seriously, if they can get the 3-second low transfer speed, then I'm a buy. If not, then screw it. If you've got it because it was airdropped to you because you either held Bitcoin or Quantum, well, good for you. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the classic one, the first kid on the block, Bitcoin, that symbol BTC. Current market cap is still under $200 billion. Man, I don't think that there's going to be a run. I know there's a lot of novice crypto coiners out there that believe that, no, you don't understand, dude, Bitcoin's going to come back. It's not going to come back. I don't think it's losing market dominance. There's a lot more coins out here that could do a lot better transfer speed. I hear that the Bitcoin did lower its transfer fees, but still, it's a little late. I mean, it's a little late, and at this point, there are so many other coins to choose from that have actual value, and Bitcoin at this point doesn't. I mean, I know Ultra and all these other freaking supposed Bitcoin experts are saying, well, you don't understand. Bitcoin is now like gold. It's now like a financial instrument. That's what it is. It's like a place to hold money. Yeah, everything that you hold money with has some kind of value. When you hold money in a stock, you own a piece of the company. You know, when you buy gold, at least you have a shiny object. You know, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, there's some inherent value. Now, of course, I think I made this comment on the last show that people are going to argue that gold doesn't necessarily have any value. It's just a shiny rock. And that is true. But you see, women like shiny objects as jewelry. And I guarantee you, if you gave a woman some jewelry that is gold and solid gold in capacity, they would probably have sexual relations with you that night. So, by definition, gold has value. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Anyway, look, Bitcoin, BTC, sorry, folks, all right? You got to tell people this stuff. Because the only inherent value of Bitcoin was that it was a cryptocurrency and a alternative currency to fiat. I mean, that was what made it valuable. It was supposed to be an alternative to the fiat currency circulating the earth. But now, because of the over-speculation, it has made the initial concept of Bitcoin, which is an alternative to fiat, economically non-viable. You know? I mean, even at these prices, it's ridiculous. All right, $192 billion market capitalization. The circulating supply is 16.8 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin has gone up 5.67%. Current price for Bitcoin, symbol BTC, $11,414.40 per Bitcoin. Now, the reason I'm the reason I'm covering Ethereum, is because it is making major runs, and the reason is because what we were talking about a year or two ago, these people in the mainstream business media are just barely catching on. And they just barely heard about smart contracts and barely heard that, oh my God, well, Ethereum, it could revolutionize the way we conduct transactions. It'll eliminate the middleman. All this stuff. So as a result, you've got a lot of run on Ethereum because of the hype on Ethereum. And I think that we're going to continue to see runs on Ethereum, even though I think that this is way too high a price. But then again, in this ridiculous market of people just throwing their money at anything that their buddy tells them to, without actually knowing what the inherent value is of cryptocurrency, we may see Ethereum go up to $3,000 or $4,000. Who knows? But I think that at the very minimum, we've got people holding the bag, I believe, close to what, $1,400, $1,500 at this point. I could see this going to $2,000 and then contracting. That's about it, and that's because it's based on hype, based on pure hype. Because I'm not trying to say Ethereum is a garbage coin, but quantum is literally better. Because Ethereum, if you want my personal opinion, has a lot of quirks. Even the folks from Quantum have highlighted this, the deficiencies within Ethereum. But at this point in time, you've got a lot of people investing in it because now they're finally finding out about it. And, oh, my God, smart contracts. Anyway, let's get to Ethereum, ETH. Current market cap is $103 billion. Circulating supply is 98 million. 98 million in circulation. That's a lot of circulation. And once again, folks, there is no end circulating supply for this coin. So it's just going to continue to mine itself, which is very disturbing. So once again, if you're making money on this coin now, I don't know if it's going to sustain itself because there is no end supply. It's just going to keep mining itself. Anyway, in the past 24 hours, it has gone up 9.21%. Current price for Ethereum, symbol ETH, $1,066.46 per Ethereum. Let's get to Bitcoin Cash, which is something that I think is a decent buy at this point in time. Based upon the chart, you have bag holders at $3,000. Bitcoin Cash is faster than the original Bitcoin. It's cheaper transaction fees. And I think based upon the price, it's economically viable as an alternative to fiat currency if somebody wanted to actually use this as a means of exchanging goods and services. So I think this is a short-term buy here. I wouldn't say buy and hold. I'm thinking buy and maybe holding on here for the next 2 to 3 months possibly, and then at that point reevaluate on whether or not you should take the profits that you have at that time and run or continue to hold. Let's get to it. BCH is the symbol for Bitcoin Cash. The current market capitalization is $28 billion market capitalization. The circulating supply for Bitcoin Cash is 16.9 million in circulation. The current, in the past 24 hours, it has gone up 4.19%. Current price for Bitcoin Cash, symbol BCH, $1,665.99 per Bitcoin Cash. Let's go ahead and get to Monero. Let's get to Monero, folks. Once again, privacy coins are in vogue right now, and we all talked about why. And I think that we're going to still see a lot of runs on any kind of coin that provides any level of non-traceability. Monero is one of them. Let's take a look at it. XMR is the symbol. Current market cap is $5 billion market capitalization. The circulating supply for Monero is not too bad. It's a decent low circulating supply, 15.6 million in circulation. Now, once again, there is no end circulation for Monero either, so I find that rather interesting as well. In the past 24 hours, Monero has gone up 4.98%. Current price for Monero, symbol XMR, current price $320.36. I'm telling you. And look, we've got bag holders on Monero up to about $420. So once again, I mean, these are moves that you can consider making at here, and that's why I'm just saying. Anyway, let's continue going. Oh, hold on just a second. I completely forgot on my Gab. Let me go ahead and edit that. I forgot to give you guys the link to the website that gives you the 411 on the BOT airdrop. My bad. I just put the text in it. Thanks a lot, engineer. All right. Here we go. Let me go ahead and edit that out there, folks. My apologies. Don't mean to stop the show for it, but people are saying, hey, where's the damn link? There it is right there, folks. My apologies. Let's continue going, folks, because we got to talk major crypto here. Let's continue going. Let's talk about Dash, folks. DASH. Current circulating let's talk about the market cap. Market cap, $6.1 billion market cap. low circulating supply, 7.8 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, it has gone up 5.42%. Dash, I like this one here in the short term, folks. I think that this damn thing is going to pop back up. We got a lot of bag holders up until about $1,500. I think it's pretty decent buying time for Dash. Current price for Dash, symbol DASH, $789.28 per Dash. All right, let's continue going. Let's go to Zcash, another privacy coin, folks. Very low circulation, ripe for mining, to say the least. Let's go ahead and get to it. Symbol ZEC. Current market cap is $1.4 billion market cap for Zcash. The current circulating supply, 3.1 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Zcash has gone up 4.72%. Current price for Zcash, symbol ZEC, current price, $457.47 per Zcash. All right, let's get to Augur. Since we were talking about Augur and GNO, let's go ahead and cover those two, which, once again, folks, we began the broadcast talking about Bodhi, which is a quantum-based token that is a predictive-based blockchain. Augur and the next one I'm going to cover, GNO, are the same thing. Now, I was buyers on Augur. If you take a listen back, I was a buyer on Augur at about $40, okay? And as a matter of fact, when we started contracting, I was a buyer even at $60. Let's take a look at Augur, symbol REP. Current market cap is $1 billion. The circulating supply for Augur, folks, 11 million. 11 million. Very low circulating supply. In the past 24 hours, Augur has gone up 5.12%. The current price for Augur, and I still like these prices, to be honest with you. I think that this damn thing could easily go up to about $250 a coin. And that's based upon the predictive blockchain technology, which is going to be sought after, and moreover, the circulating supply. Current price for Augur, symbol REP, $91.20 per Augur cryptocurrency. Let's go ahead and get to GNO for all those folks that want to know about Genosis. It's the same technology as Augur and as BOT or Bodhi. The only difference is, folks, is that Bodhi is a quantum token and that Augur and Genosis are ERC20 tokens or Ethereum-based tokens. Let's go ahead and take a look at GNO. The current market cap is $264 million in market capitalization. The current circulating supply for GNO is 1.1 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Genosis has gone up, folks, 14.16%. Now, lest we forget, you can go back into the archives, and in the early 500 episodes, I was a buy on GNO when it hit a rock bottom, $59, $60. Folks, current price for Genosis, $239.12. And folks, I mean, we hit the high 300s on this one, and it's a low circulation. Once again, another predictive blockchain technology. And that's why I'm saying, in my opinion, Bodhi, at 92 cents. Okay, I just told you the two other competitors here at 92 cents is a freaking buy. All right, and I know it's got 40 million in circulation, but if you kind of guesstimate, you could easily make $50 a coin. As far as I'm concerned, at least $50 a coin on Bodhi. At least $50 a coin. BOT once again. Anyway, let's get to one more cryptocurrency, and I'm talking about 42 coin, folks. That's right, 42 coin. Myself and the Inner Circle, we are the official spokespeople for 42 coin, folks. And the reason we like it, it's not only one of our bigger investments, but because it's got a very low circulation. It's a hedge against the contractions in the market, folks. Whenever we find a contraction in the market, the Inner Circle and myself, we go right to 42 coin, and it just literally offsets any negativity that comes into our portfolio during a contraction. So when everybody out there is seeing red, we're seeing green because, folks, 42 coin not only keeps its value during contractions, it occasionally goes up. I mean, during the last major contraction, folks, 42 coin went as high as $95,000 a coin. And that's because there's a demand for that coin whenever there's a contraction in the market. It's a hedge against these types of episodes in the market. Not to mention, folks, it's a long-term investment. I mean, every time the Inner Circle and myself are conducting ourselves in any kind of swing or pattern trading, and we gain massive amounts of liquidity during these increases in the market, what we do is we take the liquidity that we profited and put it right into 42 coin. This is how you have to think. You've got to take liquidity that you make when times are good, when you've got markets increasing massively, and take that liquidity and put it right into a long-term investment, baby, that you know is going to be there. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get to 42 coin, symbol 42. The current market cap, $3 million, baby, all right? $3 million. The total circulating supply for 42 coin is just 42 coins. Just 42 coins. And let's be honest, I think at this point the Inner Circle has a little over 7 of them in our possession. So that's why we're big-time stakeholders in this coin, and it's served us well. Every time we've seen contractions in the market, our negativity is offset by the positivity that we have in our long-term investment in 42 coin, boy. Woo! Anyway, in the past 24 hours, 42 coin has gone up 4.54%. Current price for 42 coin, symbol 42, current price $71,265.70 per 42 coin. And I'm telling you, you wait until this damn coin is $1 million a coin. All you people that are talking trash, you're going to wish that you were a part of this train, baby. You are going to wish. And just like you morons back then were like, y'all know who y'all are, back in April and May of 2017 saying, you know what, Ghost, cryptocurrency, it's a scam. It's a scam. I don't like it. Look at you idiots now. You could have easily just bought a couple of tokens of Ethereum at $40 back in April of 2017, and if you would have just sat on them like an idiot, you would have been making massive amounts of money. Ethereum is over $1,000. Back in April of 2017, when I was covering crypto, Bitcoin was at $1,200. Litecoin was at $10. Dash was at $50. Zcash was at like $50, $60. Do you understand me? So all you people can sit there and continue to be like, it's a scam. The Inner Circle and myself, we're making so much money, it's ridiculous. And why? Because we had the foresight, we had the balls, and we had the commitment to just go in and conquer when it comes to business. That's why everybody wants to be a part of the Inner Circle, baby. I don't blame them. And to be honest with you, I'm not going to be selling any more Inner Circle slots because I'm going to put out a hotline. All right, I'm going to put out my hotline. It's a cryptocurrency hotline. Now, I'm not going to give it out during the show because I'm sure you morons are probably going to call, and I don't want y'all to call during the show. As a matter of fact, during the show, I'm going to make sure it's turned off so you can't call. But I'm going to put out a cryptocurrency hotline. You're going to be able to find it at ghost.report, okay? After the show, ghost.report. And it's supposed to be, 411 information on crypto or business or anything that you want to talk about, baby. It's my personal hotline, $3.99 a minute. All right, and the only reason I'm not giving it out now because I know you goddamn trolls and what you idiots are capable of. So with that being said, folks, no more Inner Circle slots, baby. That's it. And if you want to get in contact with Ghost, you're going to have to call me on my hotline, $3.99 a minute, all right? And I ain't giving it out now. You wait until after the show, all right? You wait till after the show. And I'll put it on ghost.report, which is my official website. For all those folks that don't know, you can type it in your browser, ghost.report. And that's where you can get in touch with me, baby. Me personally, one-on-one. You understand? I mean, you need something, you get in contact with me, baby. Anyway, folks, we are now well into the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started on anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, follow me on Gab, baby. Follow me on Gab. It's the only last bastion of freedom of speech on social media. You can follow me on there under the name Politics Ghost, all right? All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And I am verified on Gab, baby. I am verified on Gab. Now, before we get into Gab shoutouts, I have to cover the stock market. Very important news in the stock market, because not only does it highlight the Make America Great Again economic policy, but there's some things that I think people need to be worried about, because what happens in the market affects you and your pocketbook. So let's go ahead and get to it, all right? Stocks, once again, all-time highs in the Dow Jones Industrial, baby. All-time highs in the Dow Jones Industrial. Once again, the Make America Great Again economic policy in full effect. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Dow. It was up 41.31 points, a percentage increase of 0.16%, closing out the Dow Jones Industrial at 26,252.12 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. Now, we didn't see the same thing in the S&P and the NASDAQ. Let's go ahead and get to it. S&P down slightly. It's a little bit of a flat day, to say the least. It is down 1.59 points, a percentage decrease of 0.06%, closing out the S&P at 2,837.54 points for the S&P 500. We've got the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is also down 45.23 points, a percentage decrease of 0.61%, closing out the NASDAQ at 7,415.06 points for the NASDAQ composite. Now, once again, we saw a little bit of flat activity. I mean, we can't have all-time highs in all indices, so you saw some people taking some profits over here in the S&P and the NASDAQ. Now, if they're going to be taking profits in the S&P and the NASDAQ, where are they putting those profits? Where is the market going? Well, folks, it's going into commodities. Now, what did I tell you about commodities? When they rise, that means that we start seeing a little bit of a decrease in the value of the dollar. So let's go ahead and get to it right now. Energy, folks. Now, if you want my opinion, I think that we just may see creeping up here as we start approaching the summer, close to $100 barrel of oil. Now, there's a lot of factors for that. Aside from OPEC cutting down 500,000 barrels off of its supply, we've got a big refinery problem here in the United States, folks. I mean, a lot of these hurricanes have knocked out our refineries, which takes the damn oil, refines it into gasoline. And as a result, I don't know if you've noticed, I'm sure you have, the hike in the gas prices. Now, because Obama had made all these regulations because he was a supposed clean air ass or whatever the hell he was, he made regulations to build new refineries so redundant and so bureaucratic that it takes almost a decade just to even get through the bureaucratic red tape. Now that we've got Donald Trump in office, he's literally cut that red tape, but it still takes time to build these refineries. And, you consider that OPEC is cutting 500,000 barrels of production. You take into consideration that the refineries have been disrupted because of all the hurricanes that we had on the coastlines and things of that capacity. I mean, this is what's causing the increase in energy across the board. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. WTI sweet crude was up 59 cents, a percentage increase of 0.90%. Closing out WTI at $66.20 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. We've got Brent crude also up 45 cents, a percentage increase of 0.64%. Brent crude price right now $70.98 per barrel of Brent crude oil. We've got gasoline up 0.50%. Natural gas is down, folks, 1.42%, and heating oil is down 0.53%. Let's get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! Now, unfortunately, the prices that I'm reading have already gone into the next day, so they're counting somewhat of a flat negative as it pertains to the change in price. But I can assure you, just by me telling you the price, you can pretty much see that everyone is kind of going to gold. Why? The dollar is kind of falling in value to a certain degree. Let's take a look at gold. Current price, because I'm not even going to tell you the change because we're already into the intraday next day, and it's showing slight flat activity. So the current price for gold is $1,360.90. We're approaching that $1,400 mark, baby. Let's get to silver. The current price for silver, $17.48 per troy ounce of silver. Copper is up 0.11%, and platinum is up 0.02%. Let's go ahead and get to the agriculture. Let's get to corn. Corn is unchanged for the day. Wheat is up 0.29%. Oats is up 0.27%. Rough rice is down 0.78%. Soybean is up 0.18%. We've got soybean oil unchanged for the day and canola unchanged for the day. Let's get to soft, shall we? Cocoa, which is the base for chocolate, up 1.35%, conveniently right before Valentine's Day. We've got coffee. Hey, dude, just don't talk to me. Don't talk to me unless I have my coffee, dude. You shut up, you stupid hipster fruit, before I break your glasses. Anyway, we got coffee up 1.28%. Sugar is down 0.23%. Orange juice is down 0.30%. And cotton is down, or actually it's up. Cotton is up 0.01%. Lumber is up 0.21%. Rubber is down 0.20%. And ethanol is up 1.92%. Let's go ahead and get to livestock. Live cattle up 0.28%. Cattle feeder is down 0.39%. And for everybody out there who likes ham bones, lean hog is up, baby. 1.41% increase. And that, my friends, is the markets for your ass. All right? Thank you very much for listening to the markets, and I hope that you got some insight on actually going and getting yourself some damn quantum or BOT, folks. I'm telling you, I am a buy and hold on both of those particular cryptocurrencies, and I hope that you heed the call, to say the least. All right? I hope that you heed the call. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get to, I guess, Gab shout-outs. And for you folks that are unaware, if you want a Gab shout-out live right here on the broadcast, all you've got to do is go to my Gab account and go to the post that states, True Capitalist Radio is now live. Listen in. Scroll down right there and you will see True Capitalist Radio is now live. Listen in. If you like that Gab post, I will give you a Gab shout-out. Simple as that. So without any look, hey, engineer, do we have any goddamn Gab shout-outs to be had? All right, well, let's go ahead and get to some Gab shout-outs right now. what's going on to Pudge, Montana? How you doing? We've got Aussie capitalists, Australian capitalists. What's going on? We've got I could be better than 2. What the hell does that mean? Gab shout-outs equals $3.99 a minute. Like, shut up. I'm not going to be charging for Gab shout-outs. You shut up. Is that what y'all trolls are worried about? That Gab shout-outs and radio goddamn graffiti are going to be charged? I mean, get the hell out of here. You people are idiots. Good God. 1-800-LADYBOY? You son of a bitch. Shut up! Yeah, I knew y'all were going to go with that crap. That's why I'm not giving out my damn hotline on the show right now. You're going to have to get it at ghost.report. And look, that hotline, that's serious business. That's a serious business hotline. We're talking crypto. We're talking serious business there. So don't you even dare, for Christ's sake. Give me the freaking mic. Yeah, shut up. All of you on Gab, just shut up. I've stopped drinking, folks. I'm trying to stop drinking here, and you see, here we are. Jesus Christ, man. Who else do we have here, for heaven's sake? I'm sorry, folks. This is what I got to put up with. We got aesthetic in the house. We've got 1-900 Gas Texas. Just shut up, you stupid moron. Jim Jones. We've got Dolls with Balls. Dolls with Balls, asshole. Jeez, you sick sons of bitches. Who else do we have? For Christ's sake! Alaskan shaken, not stirred. Oh, my God! That's freaking too soon, man! Alaska just had an earthquake. They didn't even know if they were having a tsunami. Good God, man. That's just freaking too soon, man. What a bunch of heartless, macabre bastards. All of you are. All of you. Give me the mic. Jesus Christ, man. Who the hell else do we have here, for Christ's sake? I hate doing this. I'm going to be honest with you. I really don't like doing this freaking Gab shout-out crap, man. I really don't like it, because this is just... I'm not saying these stupid names. I know y'all are trying to make me say something racist. I'm not going to... wait, Big League Jew? Big League Jew? Why are you saying that to me? Why are you calling me a Jew? Good God, man. Who else do we have here, for Christ's sake, man? We've got My Name is Mike. We got Disco Inferno, Foreign Capitalist in the house, Hans Volker. Who the hell else do we got? We got Sluts with Nuts. Oh, Jesus. What the hell is your problem? What in the hell is your problem, for Christ's sake, man? Oh, my... I mean, y'all are here. Are y'all hearing this, for Christ's sake? For Christ's sake! Sluts with nuts. Give me the mic! Jesus Christ, you sick perverts. Not only are you a bunch of macabre assholes, but you're a bunch of perverts! Freaking perverted bastards, man. I don't even know why I do this freaking part of the freaking show. What's going on to Soggy Taters? What's going on? Oh, my God. I don't know why I even do this part of the broadcast. I don't get it. I do it to try to make the show a little interactive, but this is the kind of crap I get. Quote the Albin Nevermore. Man, shut the... Shut up! Goddamn troll terrorist bastard! man. Give me the freaking mic. I'm just, what else? I don't even know why I do this segment, man, but I know it gives a little interaction or some crap to these people, man. Good God. Who else do we have here, for Christ's sake, man? We got Toucan Samsung, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean, for heaven's sake. Good God. I'm not saying these sick names, man. I'm not saying these freaking, what is this, 1-800-JEW line? 1-800-JEW-line. Shut up! Just shut your stupid mouth! That's serious business! Don't you understand? It's serious business! Stop making fun of my hotline, man! Stop making fun of my hotline! Give me the freaking mic. Ah, damn it. God damn it, man. I'm tired of this. I really am tired of this garbage, man. I'm so tired of this crap. I'm so tired of this crap. Jeez, I'm so tired of this garbage, man. I just try to make this. I just try to make this a little interactive, for Christ's sake, man. I just try to make this a little interactive. Look at Shake and Baked Alaska. I mean, you macabre bastard. What is your problem? What is your problem? God. Look, I'm done with these damn shit. I'm not doing this anymore, man. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Chicks with dicks. I mean, give me a freaking... Get this... Get off my screen! Jesus Christ. Look at this. Slag with a meat bag. Slag with a meat bag. Jesus! Freaking slag with a meat bag? Where do y'all come up with this crap? You know what? Shut up. All of you on goddamn Gab, just shut the hell up. Shut up. Give me the freaking mic. I'm done, man. You people are besmirching my show. You're making fun of my freaking hotline, for Christ's sake. Slag with a meat bag. What kind of sick perverts are you, man? What kind of sick perverts are you? Good God! Oh, I'm done. Shut up. All of you on Gab, just shut your stupid, stinking, smelly salmon holes, man. All right? Seriously, all of you, just shut up. I don't want to hear from any one of you pieces of crap, all right? My show, my hotline, everything I do is serious business. It's serious business. I mean, I write production notes. I write production notes that I handwrite myself. This show is serious. And you trolls are making me look ridiculous. And I am not a man that can be made to look ridiculous. I'm tired of you. Enough. All of you on Gab, all of you, just shut up. Just shut the hell up. All of you, just shut up. Jeez. You make me sick, man. You make me sick, man. Jesus. All right, look, I'm moving on with the show. I'm sorry, folks. I'm moving on with the show, all right? I'm not continuing on with this garbage, all right? I mean, you people are besmirching my goddamn show. You people are besmirching my hotline, man. I don't want to hear trolls on my hotline, man, all right? And no, it's not $3.99 for the first minute and $8.99. No, it's just $3.99 a minute, you morons, all right? That's it. Shut up. I'm sorry, folks. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to talk about Donald Trump, all right? That puts me in a better mood. All right? That always puts me in a better mood, for Christ's sake, all right? Let's talk about the president. Not only is he kicking ass, not only is he taking names, not only is this man the most stress-resilient person I've ever seen to walk the planet, but this man is literally making America great again, folks. Look, I'm sorry. I gotta catch my breath. These goddamn trolls are just pissing me off. Hold on. All right. I'm okay now. I'm fine now. Anyway, the President of the United States did host the mayor's meeting in which he invited mayors of some of the main and midstream metropolises across the country to the White House to have a discussion about the things that are affecting America and how the federal government can work with local governments in an attempt to try to quash a lot of these scourges that we have out here. You know, one of them being the opioid situation, the other one being immigration. There's a lot of things that needed to be discussed. But lo and behold, this morning, folks, and much like I said at the beginning of the show, the Department of Justice has put out subpoenas for city officials that refuse to oblige federal immigration laws and provide sanctuary cities for illegal immigrants. And as a result, folks, mayors heard about this and decided to boycott the mayor's meeting with the president. They're going to boycott. Who cares if you boycott, for Christ's sake? I mean, did you hear these mayors that boycotted? I mean, New York, I don't know what the hell they're putting in your water out there in New York, man, but New York City, you people have lost my respect. A second term for this goddamn commie de Blasio, for Christ's sake. You know what de Blasio said in response to Donald Trump's administration administering subpoenas for those local officials who refuse to oblige America's immigration policy? De Blasio, which is the mayor of New York, said that, well, this is just utterly racist. This is racist, and this is not a part of America's core principles. You know, I keep hearing that from these stupid idiot leftists, that obeying the law and kicking the people out that came into this country illegally is, quote, is not America's principles or not obliging America's principles. What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean? You know, I hate hearing this idea that immigrants helped build this country. Yeah, they did help build this country, but you idiots don't understand. It doesn't matter what wave of immigrants that you speak of, whether it was the first settlement in North America at Chesapeake, or if it was the influx of immigrants in Ellis Island at the turn of the 20th century, those folks, even the Ellis Island immigrants, they were coming to a country that didn't have anything. The United States was not the rich bastion of capitalism that it is. You understand? The United States back then weren't giving people free money once they came off the boat. All right? Once the folks from Ellis Island came off the boat and settled into the United States, they had to figure it out for themselves. They had to build their own homes. They had to figure out how to get work. They had to figure out how to take care of their families. There was no incentive to come here, with the exception of going away from wherever they were persecuted or wherever they thought was not suitable for them to live. So as a result, folks, all this idea that immigrants, they helped build this country. Yeah, they did help build this country. They helped build this country, and they came into this country when this country was nothing. All right? They came into this country when this country was nothing. There is no incentive now that you have these Democrats providing incentives for immigrants, not only are we providing taxpayer-funded travel accommodations to bring in these immigrants into our communities, but they're also getting entitlements, folks. They're getting entitlements to come into our country illegally and live here off of our government dole. That's why the majority of people that are against this immigration crap that the Democrats are trying to shove down our throats, that's why we're against it. These illegal immigrants don't deserve our tax dollars for breaking our laws. They don't deserve sanctuary cities. By God, I challenge each and every one of you American leftists that are sitting here showing sympathy for this immigration situation in America. I challenge you to go smuggle yourself into another country. Go smuggle yourself into another country and demand that you deserve political recognition, demand that you deserve citizenship, and see what happens to your American ass in that country. See if you have liberals in that country that hoist you on their shoulder and say, hey, this person needs legal citizen status. I'm telling you, this is ridiculous. This is utterly ridiculous, and every mayor that boycotted the mayor's meeting at the White House with the president is anti-American trash. You're anti-American scum. Do you understand that? And let's be honest. Why are they doing this? Why are they bringing in immigrants into this country? Folks, they're trying to dilute the American way. They're trying to dilute the American way of life. They're trying to supersede populations in small communities, so those small communities are taken over by immigrant populations, just like Europe. Just like Europe right now. And this is America, damn it. This is our country. We built this country with our blood, with our sweat, with our tears, for Christ's sake. We're the ones that built this country what it is today. We're the ones that provide the reason for the immigrants to come across this border illegally. We're the ones that built the opportunity. Us, Americans, the American people. And now you've got these Democrats that are supposed to be representing us, the American people, trying to say through their actions, through this government shutdown crap, which we'll talk about later, through their actions, through government shutdown, that illegal immigrants are more important to this country than American citizens. That should tell you something. That should tell you something. So de Blasio and all you mayors that boycotted the mayor's meeting because we've got a Department of Justice that is enforcing immigration laws, you people are anti-American trash, and you should step down from whatever municipal or state position that you're in. If you are hiding these immigrants, if you are providing sanctuary for these immigrants and defying federal law, then you should step down because you do not represent the American people. You don't represent the American people when you are superseding their rights and passing it off to somebody who came into this country illegally. How dare you? How dare all of you? How dare all of you? Anyway, folks, once again, the reason the mayors boycotted was because they were Democrats, they were leftists, and they're trying to use this as a wedge against America. If you're against this immigration, if you're against DACA, if you're against any of this leftist crap, you're a racist. I mean, that's how they tarred and feathered my good friend Tom Kaczynski, the now former city manager of Maine, Jackman, Maine. I mean, it's ridiculous. This whole divide and conquer, this whole garbage, this game that the left wing, the liberals, and the Democrats are playing is very dangerous. And I can't believe that this many people are falling for this crap. Anyway, folks, I'm going to continue on. The president is headed to Davos, Switzerland, folks. For all those folks that don't know, Davos, Switzerland happens at the end of January every year, is the home of the World Economic Forum, which is a gathering of the world's banksters, the world's elites, and, of course, the political factions. Of course, the politicians have to be there rubbing elbows with the elites. Why? Because the elites own them. Do you understand? The elites own these politicians, and that's what separated Donald Trump from everybody else. I mean, can everybody remember this? This man didn't collect 1 cent from any of these goddamn corporatist donors, these lobbyists, nothing. He didn't need their money. He used his own money. Why? Not because he was going to profit generously from being the president, not because he was going to utilize the presidency as his own money-making scheme. Folks, every policy that this president has enacted into law has been pro-America, has been 100% make America great again. There is not one policy that this man has put forth that these liberals can legitimately debate against. These people that debate against our president at this point are anti-American trash. There is no other way around it, man. I mean, this is not a divisive president like the last president that we had who purposely divided the country, who would purposely talk about people that were in rural areas. Remember those comments by Barack Hussein Obama? Remember that? Oh, these people in rural communities, they cling to their guns and their Bibles. That's what they do. That's why they're so irrational. I remember that, all of the divisiveness. Hell, there at the end of his presidency, it got pretty bad, didn't it? Cops started getting killed. Remember that? Yeah, y'all remember that? Wasn't that long ago, huh? During Barack Obama's last year, cops started getting killed, and Barack Obama and the administration thought it was okay to do. Attempted to justify it in many different capacities. Inviting Black Lives Matter leader D. Ray, take it in the poop shoot McKesson, over there and meeting with him for 3 or 4 hours in the privacy of the Oval Office. Or maybe in that case, because in my opinion, I think that Barack Obama is a power bottom, and so is D. Ray. Maybe it was the Oral Office there for a little bit. But either way, folks, I mean, this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the irrational thinking of these leftists. And we've got to stop it, man. We've got to stop it. Now, back to the president in Davos. Aside from him going out there and rubbing it in the faces of all these politicians, not only here in America but throughout the world, he's also going to rub it into the banksters' faces. He's going to rub it into the elitist faces that, hey, y'all never invited me to your little get-up here, but now I'm the best speaker here, baby. You got to listen to me because I'm the president of the United States. And some people are speculating that there may be a confrontation with a few of these banksters and the president. And you know what? I hope so. I hope the president gives one of these banksters a slap. I'm not even kidding. But, of course, confrontation is not the focal point of why the president is going down there. He's going down there to Davos, Switzerland to say that America is open for business. And what I like about this president, he is not wasting one bit of time to not only create economic growth and heighten GDP growth to a consistent 3%. We may even see a 4% increase in GDP, or I should say 4% in GDP in the first quarter of fiscal year 2018, if you want my opinion. But with that being said, I mean, the president knows that production is everything. And that's what I harped on. If you have been a listener to me for a long time, you know that I've always been a stickler for America's economy because we didn't produce anything anymore. The only thing we produced, especially during the goddamn Obama administration, we produced nothing more than cheeseburgers and entertainment. That's all we produced. Everything else, I mean, just look at the economy during the Barack Obama administration, folks. It was a service-based economy. It was a service-based economy, for Christ's sake. We weren't selling anything in the world market. We weren't producing any products that the world wanted, for Christ's sake. And the proof is in the imbalanced trade deals that America has with every one of these goddamn countries. I mean, are you kidding me? We have a $570 billion trade deficit with China. I mean, folks, that's an annual trade deficit. That means on an annual basis, we are sending $570 billion to China. Because why? We buy their electronic crap that they produce out of their goddamn assembly line manufacturing country over there. I mean, we're sending $570 billion a year to China, and we wonder why China is building up these huge skyscrapers and, all of a sudden becoming metropolitan, all of a sudden becoming futuristic. We're paying for it! America's paying for it! And who negotiated these imbalanced trade deals? These bureaucrats in Washington, D.C. These useless, disgusting, sellout bureaucrats who have been selling us out for 40-plus goddamn years. Every one of these goddamn bureaucrats, these so-called experienced politicians, have been allowing international interest to raid the American tax system. Open season. And the proof, $20 trillion in American debt. That's the goddamn proof. And what do we have to show for it? Nothing. We've got nothing to show for it. That's the biggest tragedy out of all this. So once again, the President of the United States is going to Davos, and we are producing again, and we're open for business. And that's what Donald Trump is going to emphasize out there, and I don't think he is going to shy away from controversy. So keep your eyes peeled for the President of the United States to confront these banksters and these so-called world elites out there at Davos, Switzerland, baby. I'm looking forward to it, that's for sure. Anyway, let's continue going. Let's talk a little bit about, this whole conspiracy that involves the DOJ, which is the Department of Justice, the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigations, and now the Robert Mueller Special Counsel. Now, what we have surmised, folks, from all the information that has been divulged up to this point, that there was definitely a conspiracy amongst all these institutions of government in an attempt to remove a duly elected president. Now, folks, there is so much new information that has come out about this conspiracy. Let's just take it from the top. We all know Peter Strzok, this super FBI agent that seems to have a part in every aspect of the presidential campaign. He was involved with the Hillary Clinton email scandal. He was involved with trying to obtain the FISA warrant so that he could wiretap Trump and his associates and his surrogates. He was involved in the damn Robert Mueller Special Counsel. This guy's everywhere, huh? And Peter Strzok, once again, he is not some chump change in the FBI. This man is the head of counterintelligence. Yeah, this guy's the head of counterintelligence at the FBI, and he's conducting himself in this capacity. Now, folks, the FBI and the feds have released more text messages between Peter Strzok and this disgusting horse-faced lawyer from the FBI. Her name is Lisa Page. And apparently they were banging and they were, exchange these damn text messages in abundance and be very candid about what they were talking about on these text messages. And you would think that an FBI head of counterintelligence wouldn't be so blatant when texting some stupid horse-faced broad he's just using as a sexual playground when it comes to his treasonous deeds. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, these people, they had to brag to each other, and there is a lot that has come out in these newly released texts between Strzok and Lisa Page. Now, in the text, folks, it suggests that James Comey and Loretta Lynch knew that they were going to exonerate Hillary Clinton way prior to the July 2016 interview that happened with Hillary Clinton. Do y'all remember that? Which we have no record of. There's no recording of. It was just... I believe it was Comey and Strzok that interviewed Hillary Clinton. And then what happened? We had James Comey come out and say, we feel like there should be no charges pressed in that stupid statement. But it does say in these goddamn texts that James Comey and Loretta Lynch knew that they were going to exonerate Hillary Clinton prior to the July 2016 interview. It even alludes to the fact, folks, that Comey wrote a draft exonerating Hillary Clinton months before the actual announcement. I mean, give me a break. I mean, this is what I've been telling you all along, folks, all right? I mean, this woman, Hillary Clinton, all right, she has literally utilized institutions of government and politicized them in a weaponized capacity. And this, folks, undermines our justice system. This undermines our government institutions. And I don't care what side of the political fence you're on, this is treason. And we should not accept this in any capacity whatsoever. We should not let this blow over. We should not allow the characters that are involved in this conspiracy to go by with no type of legal recourse. Because what these people have done has committed treason to the highest level. I mean, they have politically weaponized the Department of Justice, the FBI, and folks, right now, Robert Mueller's special counsel is a political weapon for the Democrats. Why Robert Mueller continues on with this investigation without it being stopped by Congress is beyond me. It's beyond me. I mean, lest we forget, look at all the cast of characters that Robert Mueller has comprised in his little special counsel. That included Peter Strzok and this, I'm assuming, this broad Lisa Page. Huh? I mean, I'm just saying, folks, I mean, this Robert Mueller, which, unless he's a completely incompetent moron, which he's not, he was the former head of the FBI, and just decided to pick out people a part of his counsel that happened to be politically biased, and 100% Hillary Clinton even donated to the Hillary Clinton campaign, or he himself is a part of this whole goddamn conspiracy. That's why I have always disliked Robert Mueller. That's why I can't believe that I hear these talking heads in the media trying to give Robert Mueller the benefit of the doubt because he's a, quote, honest man. There's nothing honest about Robert Mueller. I've said this once and I'll say it again. Robert Mueller, if you want my personal opinion, knew that 9/11 was going to happen prior to 9/11 actually happening. Now, if you don't believe me, let me go ahead and I actually wrote about this, okay, on Ghost.Report. Let me go ahead and just go ahead and regab this, because I don't think people know that Robert Mueller admitted that he done goofed during 9/11. He admitted that he done goofed. Let me go ahead and post it right now. Check out my gab. Look at my gab right now. That's Robert Mueller. That's Robert Mueller right there. He's a cover-up artist, man. He knew about 9/11. He knew it was going to happen. And what happened when it happened? He told his FBI agents to confiscate any goddamn camera that was facing the Pentagon after the 9/11 attacks. And I'm talking about any gas station, any hotel, anything, anybody who had a camera that could see what actually hit the Pentagon. The FBI confiscated it, and that was under Robert Mueller's orders. So don't give me this crap that Robert Mueller is an honest guy. He's a freaking political weapon. And why his special counsel is still going is completely treason. It's complete treason what's happening right now. Complete treason. And you know what, folks? Aside from, Robert Mueller obviously being a politicized weapon, folks, I mean, these messages, I hate to go back to the messages between Peter Strzok and Lisa Page here, but they were very candid. And not to mention, this is an incomplete pile of these texts. You know, folks, we are missing texts from when Robert Mueller was given the authority to have the special counsel onward. Yeah. Because we know that there's texts after Robert Mueller was appointed as this head of this special counsel. I mean, where are they? Where are those texts? Huh? I mean, you understand, folks, we don't have the complete record of these texts, man. We only have up until when Robert Mueller was appointed the head of the special counsel. And right when I say that, this, folks, breaking news, this is a Hannity exclusive. The DOJ has begun recovering some of the missing texts between Strzok and Page. Here it is. Check out my gab. I mean, as I'm talking about it, right as I'm talking about it, because we need a complete record of what's going on in these texts, folks. All right? Let me tell you what we were able to uncover just in the limited amount of text that the feds were able to give us, or give to the public, I should say. Folks, Peter Strzok and Lisa Page talk about a secret society within the FBI. A secret society that meet off of FBI headquarters. And, you know, I don't like the word secret society because that means that they're operating outside the realms of law. They're operating outside the protocol of the FBI. And this is what they openly said in their text. This is in their text message. And, folks, if this is the accurate truth, then the deep state is even more and more secret than we think. And it's much like what I have said, what Julian Assange has said, what many people have said. The true people that are in control of our government are not these elected officials that play political theater on C-SPAN. It's these individuals who are appointed to the intelligence agencies, to the bureaus, to the NSA, all these organizations, all these intelligence agencies, all these information gathering agencies. These are the people that are the hidden underhand of power. These are the people that believe that they are the king and queen makers. These are the people that I'm sure release all this weird information on politicians who don't play ball with this secret society that, folks, I mean, I'm not saying this to be a conspiracy theorist. Peter Strzok and Lisa Page said the term secret society. And not to mention, we have senators and congressmen that have heard testimony from people related to this whole conspiracy say the same thing, that there is a secret society that meets off of the FBI headquarters that's acting independently above the law, above the institution of the FBI. This is serious business! And yet, if you go take a look at the mainstream media, they're trying to brush this under the rug like it's a conspiracy theory. Anybody who talks about the facts that are coming out about this goddamn whole grand scheme is all of a sudden the equivalent of some conspiracy theorists. There is no conspiracy, folks. This right here is the undermining of our institutions of government, and it's the exposing of those who truly run this country, and it's unappointed bureaucrats that need to be exposed so that the American people know who truly runs this country, and we need to hold them accountable because no one elected these people. No one elected these bureaucrats. Our government was made for the people and by the people, folks, and that's why I'm calling on each and every one of you to not only be politically aware, but be politically active. Because for the past 40 years, Americans have fallen asleep at the political wheel. And as a result, we have gotten nothing but these bureaucrats and these scum in the Washington, D.C. swamp selling out America, selling out the American taxpayer, allowing international and corporate interest to fleece our tax system, hence $20 trillion in debt. So that's what I'm saying, folks. That's what I'm saying. I mean, this is starting to become very, very scary, to say the least. And what did I tell you about politics? Politics is serious business, man. People get killed. You know, and to be honest with you, now that spotlights are coming to FBI agents and heads of the DOJ, heads of FBI, they can't afford to be pulling off Seth Riches and any other kinds of suicidings with a bullet to the back of the head. And they can't afford to do that anymore. There's too much light on these people. But just because there's spotlight on those people, we have to keep it on them, folks. We have to keep it on. That's why I keep covering this goddamn Comey, DOJ, FBI, Mueller, all this conspiracy, because they want us to forget about it, and they want us to continue to believe that Robert Mueller's special counsel is somehow still legitimate after being exposed as a political weapon for the Democrats. So with that being said, folks, that's why I'm saying we have to keep this on the top of our mind. We have to keep retweeting, re-Facebooking, re-gabbing, whatever social media that you have, articles, facts, posted in the faces of these people. Because I'm telling you, the way the mainstream media is starting to curb this story, they're trying to make believe that this is all a conspiracy. Even though the facts are there, even though facts are being released, even though texts are being released, even though testimony has been released. Give me a freaking break. And one more thing. In these texts, folks, Peter Strzok said that when he was chosen, now keep this in mind, when Peter Strzok was chosen to be a part of Robert Mueller's special counsel, Peter Strzok texted Lisa Page and said, I kind of feels funny being a part of this Russia-Trump special counsel with Robert Mueller because, quote, he believed that there was no there. Did you hear that? I mean, he actually sent that text to Lisa Page that he didn't believe, even though he was joining Robert Mueller's special counsel, he didn't believe that, quote, there was anything there, meaning that even he, as an FBI counterintelligence head of FBI, didn't think that there was any collusion between Trump and Russia. And that's what he said in the text, and that's why we need to have every piece of information that every one of these committees that are investigating this, we need to know. We need to know who the characters are, what they've done, what they're doing, how they abuse their power, and we need to figure out how we're going to punish these people because they're committing treason. If we don't stop this, and if we don't hold these people that have utilized our institutions of government accountable, folks, we're in big trouble. And that's why I'm telling you, thank God Donald Trump ran for president, because we would have never have known any of this. And by the way, if Hillary Clinton was elected president, this Washington, D.C. swamp would continue to act as a criminal organization. Because look at their actions. I mean, look at these despicable actions. What, FBI secret societies, collusion between the Deputy Attorney General, his wife, and Fusion GPS, using a fake dossier to obtain a FISA warrant so that the FBI could spy on Trump and his surrogates. I mean, folks, how much more evidence do we need before we start holding people accountable? I mean, we need to hold Peter Strzok accountable. This guy needs the maximum treason punishment as far as I'm concerned. This guy thinks he's some kind of a super agent. Well, we're going to put him down to size in a goddamn treason court system. Lisa Page, all right, Bruce Orr, former deputy attorney general who got demoted because his stupid, silly-ass liberal wife, Nellie Orr, worked for Fusion GPS and aided the concocting of this goddamn Russian dossier. I mean, all these people need to go to jail, man. Robert Mueller, James Comey, all of them. They're utilizing our institutions of governments as political weapons, and we can't stand for it, folks. We just can't stand for it anymore. We can't. I'm sorry. We can't stand for it. If you're going to stand for it, then you're an idiot. All right? Get the hell out of my country. Go to Venezuela where you belong. Go to North Korea where you belong then. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, once again, if you have time, if you are a part of the Trump train, tweet, Facebook, call, email your goddamn congressman, and literally give them the riot act and tell them to end this Robert Mueller special counsel political weaponization of the institutions of government. Robert Mueller's special counsel has to end. It's corrupt. It's already been proven as corrupt. Look at all the facts. I'm telling you, you know what Robert Mueller's doing here? I'm going to tell you what he's doing. He's already realized that there is no there, just like Strzok admitted in a text with Lisa Page, there is no there. So what is Robert Mueller doing? He's trying to bust Donald Trump on obstruction of justice. Obstruction of justice. Now, if you think about that just for a second, how in the hell is Robert Mueller going to bust Donald Trump, our president, of obstruction of justice when the crime that he's alleged to have obstruct isn't even a crime at all? I mean, there is no crime to obstruct. So how in the hell is Robert Mueller going a direction? You can tell by the way he's conducting himself, he's conducting the interviews, who he's interviewing. He's trying to get Donald Trump on obstructing justice. But how in the hell can Donald Trump obstruct justice when the crime that he's alleged of obstructing isn't even in existence? He didn't even commit the crime. And you see, this is why Robert Mueller's special counsel needs to cease to exist. All right? I mean, it needs to cease to exist. I'm serious, man. I mean, come on. Come on. Anyway, we are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started on anything else, I'd like to ask everybody, please, spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, folks, please follow me on Gab. The Gab name to follow is Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And I am verified on there. And by the way, folks, I do have a website where I conduct some kind of, a little bit of writing, a little bit of blogging, that sort of thing. You could type in your browser right now, ghost.report. All right, ghost.report is my official website, folks. So, I mean, any one of those methods, you can stay in contact with me, all right? I mean, I'm not going to get banned from Gab, and I've got my own website, so it's all good, baby. It's all good. Anyway, now that we've talked all that, let's go ahead and discuss a little bit more, a couple of subject matters. I want to talk about the Schumer shutdown, folks. Now, folks, I don't understand why the Democrats even attempted to try to shut down this government. I mean, I guess they were trying to flex nuts, and I know that Schumer thought that because he's listening to these stupid fake polls that claim that every American wants to have, amnesty for these DACA kids and have amnesty for immigrants or whatever this idiot believes. Because I've seen the polls, all right? I think these polls are a bunch of crap. Because I sure as hell don't want these immigrants to just automatically be granted citizenship. I mean, what the hell is that going to do? We already did this in the 80s, folks. And in the 80s, they said that they weren't going to do it again, and here we are doing it again. Doing it again. And why? Let's be honest. The Democrats want these immigrants as a voting bloc. If they can somehow grant or get them citizenship to some capacity, these immigrants are going to owe them politically for a long time, and that's why you've got these people pandering to these illegal immigrants. But you know something, folks? You as an American citizen, you need to take recognition to the fact that the Democrats have shown, all right? The Democrats have shown that illegal immigrants are more important to America than actual American citizens. And if you don't believe me, then why did they shut down the government? Why did they shut down the government unless their actions speak louder than words, folks? And I've always told you about that. You need to define someone based on their actions, because anybody can say anything. Look at Obama. Obama said anything and everything, and take a look at his actions. He claimed that he was down with the poor in America. Remember that? I'm down with the poor in America. I'm going to give everybody America. I'm going to redistribute the wealth and all that crap. Remember that? And what did he do when he came into power? He got $10 trillion in deficits during his tenure and gave it all to those that donated to his campaign contribution account and those who donated to the Democrats. And folks, if you don't believe me, look, take a look at Stimulus Package 2. All right, Stimulus Package 2, take a look at everybody who got paid in Stimulus Package 2 and notice that they're the same characters that are the vocalist critics of our president. They are the loudest critics of our president. Why? Because they got paid. They're not down with all this leftist Democrat garbage. They just know that if they obtain power, that the Democrats will allow an open raid on the American tax system. And that's what happened during Obama. $10 trillion. Where did it all go? You know, you got these dumb, poor people, and I hate to say this because they are dumb, all right, because if they were smart, they would realize that the, quote, pennies that Barack Obama was giving them during, free food cards, free housing, free this, free that, was nothing in comparison what he gave the big banks, was nothing in comparison to what he gave academia and scientists and Hollywood and the pornographic industry and GM and GE and just take a look at everybody who got money. Take a look at everybody who got money, man. And take a look at the biggest critics of the president now, and you will see a direct correlation. Direct correlation. Now, either way, let's get back to Chuck Kick the American People in the Balls Schumer shutting down the government. Once again, the Democrats prove that illegal immigrants are more important to this country than American citizens by them shutting down the government. Don't you ever forget that, folks. And by the way, if you're a Democrat and you support this, you're anti-American scum, you're anti-American trash, and I'd spit in your goddamn face if I saw you say that in front of me, in front of my goddamn face. If you're a goddamn Democrat that thought that this government shutdown was somehow a great political move by the Democrats, you prove that you don't care about American citizens. You prove that you don't give a crap about this country. Piece of treasonous garbage. I spit on you people that actually think that it was a great idea that Chuck Kicked the American People in the Balls Schumer shut down the government for illegal immigrants. Give me a fucking break. Excuse my French. I'm sorry I'm cursing, but it pisses me off. It pisses me off, and it should piss you off as an American. It should piss you off. Anyway, folks, the funny part about the whole government shutdown is the miscalculation of Chuck Kick the American People in the Balls Schumer. Because he thought that somehow, I guess through interpreting these false polls that all Americans want amnesty for these people, he thought by reading those polls that somehow the president was going to have egg on his face if the government shut down. The complete opposite happened, folks. The complete opposite happened, and Chuck Schumer had to act quick. He had to act quick. So that little government shutdown didn't last very long because Chuck Kicked the American People in the Balls Schumer did not stand for the DACA kids as much as he claims. And by the way, folks, you've actually got immigrants now going and converging around Chuck Kicked the American People in the Balls Schumer's house. I'm not even joking around, folks. Immigrants are around the home of Chuck Schumer chanting, shouting, yelling, and I hear Chuck Schumer cannot get any kind of sleep. And you want to know why, folks? These immigrants know at this point that these Democrats aren't really out for them. They're using them as a political bargaining chip, and they know it. All right? They know it. And that's why Donald Trump, he put their balls on the table, during that meeting, when he brought all Democrats and Republicans into the meeting room in the White House and said, look, I'm down with DACA. I'll sign DACA, but you better bring me a bill that eliminates chain migration, that eliminates this freaking immigration lottery, and that funds the border wall, and then I'll go ahead and sign something with DACA. I mean, it's that simple. It's so simple that you even got, that asshole from Illinois, Gutierrez, that asshole with the broken English that was a part of the impeachment proceedings that went nowhere with Donald Trump. Even he is saying that, hey, look, if we only have to pay for a wall, I mean, why don't we just pay for the wall for lives? I mean, a wall for life, I can live with the wall. I mean, Vicente Fox, y'all remember the former president of Mexico who came out, was in 2016, and said, hey, look, Donald Trump, we're not going to pay for your fucking wall. We're not going to pay for your fucking wall, senor. And those are his words. Excuse my French. Those are his words. He was on Hannity the other day, Vicente Fox, and say, look, I think a wall is a good idea. I'm not against the wall, but Mexico is not going to pay for the wall. And then he alluded to the fact that, well, maybe we could both pay for the wall. Maybe you pay for your side of the wall, and Mexico will pay for their side of the wall. I mean, though everybody wants the wall, Chuck Schumer, all right? All right, Democrats? I mean, you even got fellow Mexican, Puerto Rican assholes saying, from your side, saying that the wall is not a bad idea. But for whatever reason, these Democrats, they want to keep the borders open. They, when they get power again, and that's why these Democrats can't get power again, folks. These Democrats cannot get power again, because if they do, they're going to open the border. They're going to open the border, for Christ's sake, man. And we can't allow that to ever happen again. So I'm telling you, this may be the fall of the Democratic leadership, because this was a horrible move. Because, look, okay, the Democrats shut down the government. What did they get in return? They got nothing. They got nothing to oblige this continuing resolution, which extends this. I mean, it just kicks the can down the road, but we'll be at this budget fight again February 8th, and all Charles Schumer got was a verbal commitment from Mitch McConnell that they'll take up DACA in February. That's all he got. This idiot Chuck kicked the American people in the balls, Schumer, and the Democrats, all they got was a verbal commitment. They shut down the government for a verbal commitment. I mean, no wonder the president criticizes these bureaucrats whenever they make deals. What kind of a deal was that? Why the hell did you shut down the government when you took the initial offer that these Republicans were giving initially? 3 or 4 days later? It's stupid. It's stupid, man. And now that Chuck kicked the American people in the balls, Schumer finally realizes that he got took and that he blinked and that his little government shutdown didn't do jack, but basically allowed the Republicans to look that much better when it comes to this whole immigration issue. He now has come out and said, well, I'm going to take away the border wall. Okay, I'm taking away the border wall now that I look bad. Now that I look bad in the media, I'm taking away the border wall option from Trump. And, of course, POTUS, the president has said that if Charles Schumer, if he does not put the border wall as a part of a package, then there is no deal on DACA. And if there ain't no deal on DACA, I don't think the president cares if the March deadline for DACA kids passes, because it's not the GOP or Trump's problem. This is the Democrats' problem that they have created. And that's why you have immigrants right now converging around Chuck Schumer's house, screaming and yelling and not allowing him to sleep, because these Democrats made these DACA people, they made these immigrants all kinds of promises. And when they had the power, when the Democrats had the power with Barack Obama and the House and the Senate, they still didn't do anything about these DACA kids. They could have done something about it. They didn't do nothing. And what, now they think they're going to throw the damn issue on the Republicans? Hey, man, not even the immigrants that are involved in this whole situation are blaming the Republicans. That's why you're seeing immigrants on your lawn there, Chuck Schumer. So take that, boy. Got nothing. Shut down the government for illegal immigrants and got nothing but a verbal commitment. A verbal commitment from Mitch McConnell that they're going to take up DACA in February. And you know what? They're not going to take up DACA. I don't blame them. Unless the Democrats and the Republicans come up with a bill that clearly states, not through this manipulation of bureaucratic language that Chuck Schumer and Turbin Durbin and Lindsey Graham were trying to propose to the president last week. I'm talking clear as day language that there will be no more chain migration, there will be no more immigration lottery, and there will be funding for the border wall. I mean, it's that easy, Democrats. You put those things in the bill, the president will sign DACA. But because you're not doing that, he's not going to make a deal with you, you stupid morons. He's not going to legalize 800,000 citizens for nothing. All right? We need comprehensive immigration reform, and we need to start with these stupid, ridiculous options of letting people in this country that don't belong here. So anyway, folks, once again, if you're a Democrat and you're still a Democrat after this government shutdown, you're anti-American scum, and I spit. You know what? Better yet, if you're a Democrat, get up off your ass right now. Get up. Get up. Get the hell up right now and go to your nearest mirror. Right now, Democrats. Get your fat ass up and go to the nearest mirror right now. I'll wait for you. Get up. Get the hell up. All right, you're in front of the mirror there, Democrat, huh, boy? Now look at yourself in between that stack of dimes you call a neck and in between those beady eyes. And I want you to look at your disgusting anti-American piece of trash self, and I want you to spit in your face. Spit in your goddamn face. Spit in your ugly, sick, demented, liberal face. Spit in your goddamn face. Piece of crap. Spit in your goddamn ugly face! Piece of crap. Give me the mic! Stupid anti-American Democrats. You're anti-American scum, you hear me? You're anti-American scum! Anyway, folks, look, let me move on here. We're running out of time, for heaven's sake, all right? Let's get to some international news here. Now, once again, I talked about how Turkey continues its military assault on U.S.-backed Kurds in northern Syria. Now, the reason they're doing this, folks, is because Erdogan is claiming that the Kurds in this region are somewhat of a national security threat. Now, he's making this accusation because there has been some terrorist bombings within the borders of Turkey, and the PKK, or the Kurds in this region, have taken responsibility for a lot of these bombings. And as a result, he is utilizing that as a pretext to go in, and he's bombing the hell out of this particular region of northern Syria. Now, the area of northern Syria that he is attacking is Afrin. That's AFRIN, which is an isolated stronghold of the Kurdish U.S.-backed forces. Now, if you take a look at Syria and where this is, let me go ahead and put an article so you folks can follow along if you're very interested in what I'm talking about here. But here is the map of what I'm speaking of right now. Take a look at my gab. I just posted it right now. Take a look at my gab, baby. And at any moment, Gab, if you could send the goddamn thing, I'd appreciate it. Jesus Christ, how long is it going to take us? Send the son of a bitch! Did it send, engineer? I don't even know if it sent, for Christ's sake. It didn't even send. God damn it. Hold on just 1 second, folks. It didn't even send here. Let's go ahead and put it in one mo again. All right, here it is. All right, there it is, all right? Now, take a look at that map on Gab, folks. Sorry for taking too long there. But as you can see where the area of AFVN is, it's a little small, isolated area in which the Kurds have the stronghold. Now, with that being said, you have the Turkey's Operation Euphrates Shield, which is already coming in from the side, and you're also having them come in from the north. So you've got these people pretty isolated in this region. Now, if Turkey does take the stronghold of AFVN, it's right there by Aleppo, and if you continue going, I mean, you're headed right into the belly of Syria. Now, lest we forget that Turkey's Erdogan 2 weeks ago said that Bashar al-Assad had to go. That Bashar al-Assad had to go, that he could no longer be the leader of Syria. And right after that, he started bombing this area of AFVN and said that he was going to bomb the Kurds in this region, saying that it was a national security issue. And Erdogan said that he will confront U.S. forces in this military campaign if they're caught in the crossfire, which, you know, you got Turkey in here flexing nuts at America, folks. So this is a very interesting set of events here. Turkey is acting in an independent capacity. And the reason I say this, folks, because lest we forget, they tried to make Turkey a part of the EU. They made Turkey a part of NATO. And now you've got Turkey being buddy-buddy with Russia. They just signed a arms deal with each other, Russia and Turkey, in Sochi about 2 months ago. And lest we forget that Putin, he had a mission accomplished speech and gave Bashar al-Assad his country back because, it was Russia that was protecting Bashar al-Assad from being overthrown. And now all of a sudden you've got Turkey saying that Bashar al-Assad has to go and is going right into the northern Syria region. Folks, I'm telling you, what did I say after the July 2016 coup, which was a fake coup, against Erdogan? I said that it was a fake coup, it was quarterbacked by Putin, and that the reason they did this was to highlight any domestic enemies, which was done very, very easily, folks, because, those that rebelled against Erdogan were all caught on camera or were all, ratted out or were shown to be traitors, and they were rounded up. A lot of them were executed. A lot of them were also jailed. So as a result, folks, you've got Erdogan with a dominant stronghold within his domestic front, and he also utilized the galvanization of the Middle East as a consequence of this fake coup to make himself look like a strong man within the Islamic world. And I remember the Twitter, I believe it was under some kind of trending hashtag about Erdogan. All these Muslims were praising Erdogan as a strong leader when they found out that he wasn't overthrown. I'm talking about Arabs from all over the Middle East. So Erdogan's not stupid. He's playing all sides of the international stage. He's a part of NATO. He's tried to get a part of the EU. He's now buddies with Putin and is doing arms deals with Putin. And not to mention, folks, let's talk about Qatar, because now Turkey and Qatar are talking about potentially doing more military operations outside of AFVN. And lest we forget, Qatar is the country that right now is not in very favorable footing with Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has embargoed Qatar, and unless we forget that the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, and Saudi Arabia are allies, well, last week, Qatar had fighter jets intercept commercial airlines coming into the UAE, which is another belligerent attempt at, trying to saber rattle, to say the least. So you've got something brewing out here in the Middle East, and Turkey, if you want my personal opinion, is making itself a major component in whatever's going to happen in the Middle East. Now, as I stated, folks, right after the Syrian strikes, when Trump was first in office and everybody was already hopping off the Trump train because they thought he was a neocon, but I said that what's happening here, folks, is that the foreign policy of America is to pit Saudi Arabia against Iran. And if we pit Saudi Arabia against Iran, we kill two birds with one stone. We eliminate a lot of the jihadist faction that is comprised in the Middle East because they'll be killing each other over their own jihad for their variant of Islam, Sunni or Shia. Secondly, Iran and Saudi Arabia bankrupt each other in this war over Islam. And third, let's be honest, the United States owes more debt to Saudi Arabia than anyone else, and that could be an easy way to incrementally eliminate some of that debt. So there is a lot of factors on why the foreign policy of America is to pit Saudi Arabia against Iran. And I said that back then, and look at what's culminating now. You've got Saudi Arabia and Iran on a belligerent war footing. And guess who's on the sidelines ready to flank them both? Erdogan's Turkey and Qatar. So this is a very interesting development, what's happening in the Middle East, and I would keep my eyes peeled to what's going on here, okay? Now, Trump, of course, is urging Erdogan to show some restraint and de-escalate the fight in Syria, but Erdogan's already committed, man. Once he takes over Afrin, he's already incorporated that into his Turkish empire. He's going to keep going. He's going to go right into the capital of Syria, and he's going to take out Assad. I genuinely think he's going to do that. I mean, I study Erdogan. That's why I know what he's going to do before he does it, and that's why I've prognosticated all his actions before he's actually done them. I prognosticated him gaining more and more geopolitical area to try to bring back the dominance of the Ottoman Empire right after the coup. And if you don't believe me, listen to the episode that Sunday, July 2016. I had a special Sunday show because the coup happened on a Friday. And then once I analyzed what was going on, I made all these predictions on that day. And I was the one that said on that day that Putin was the one that quarterbacked this damn coup. And everybody was like, no, Ghost, you're lying. I mean, Putin doesn't like Erdogan. Erdogan's Turkish forces shot down Russian planes over Syria. So you're lying. 2 weeks later, Erdogan and Putin were hugging and kissing. I'm just saying. Keep your eyes peeled to this Middle Eastern situation. Turkey, it doesn't seem like it's backing down. And I told you that Erdogan was going to start taking land slowly but surely right after this coup. I told you. Anyway, let's continue going. We're almost out of time here. South Korea is concerned that the U.S. might strike North Korea. Well, no kidding, you know? I mean, and look, I talked about this earlier in the show. Go ahead and do it, President Trump. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. If he was to declare war on North Korea and he puts this country into a wartime country, he could then eliminate the whole Robert Mueller investigation. He himself, as president, could arrest all the enemies that are out here trying to conspire against him. He's a wartime president. I mean, I would do that just because. Because right now, he can't blatantly arrest these people that are conspiring against him. He needs to go to war so that he can be a wartime president and send in the military to arrest these people. And it will be justified because we're at war. And let's be honest, man. I mean, North Korea ain't going to be nothing, all right? I mean, did you hear about that defector that crossed the DMZ? I mean, this guy was filled with parasites, and he was one of the upper echelon soldiers. Tapeworms and all kinds of parasites. I mean, that is what's going to be fighting for North Korea. People that barely have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, hungry and weak troops and soldiers from North Korea. If you want my personal opinion, I think that the way you beat North Korean troops is you drop leaflets as they're coming in and write it in North Korean and say that if you put down your guns now, Dennis Rodman will be on the other side giving you autographs. I guarantee you, man, they'll drop their guns. I mean, that's how stupid these people are. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding when I say that. I do not think that North Korea is going to be any kind of a formidable adversary at all. At all. So I think that it wouldn't be too bad. And not to mention, I think we need some of these young people to go to war. You know? I mean, I think that some of these people that are video gamers and that are autists and that are Aspies and that are these weak soy boys and these people that are just wastes of life, they need to be all they can be in a confrontation, in a war setting. And that's why, in my personal opinion, I think that it behooves the president to attack North Korea. I mean, he's killing 80 birds with one stone. He enacts wartime presidency, arrests his enemies. He toughens up America, because America needs to be toughened up, folks. Let's be honest. America needs to be toughened up. Did you all see the Million Women's March and how many fruit bowl men were marching with them, for Christ's sake? Did you all see that? I mean, those are the guys that need to be put on the front line and let social Darwinism and warfare take its course. You know, only the strong survive. And that's how I look at it, folks. And look, I think that we're very close to doing this because we've got stealth bombers right now in Guam at our goddamn Air Force base waiting. And I think it'd be a good idea. I think it would toughen up America. I think it would toughen up some of these young people, you know, going out there, you know, dodging a few bullets, kicking some North Korean ass, you know, actually having to do man stuff, I'm serious. I think that the president's killing 80 birds with one stone here. I'm not even joking, and I encourage him to do it. As a matter of fact, I think we need a draft as well. Can we bring back the draft, please? Hey, Mr. President, let's bring back the draft. Let's start drafting these goddamn kids into some of these war footings that we're going to need to confront out here, because we need to let everybody know in the international community that America is not to be messed with. Do you understand? We're going to go out there, we're going to kick ass, we're going to take names, and that's all there is to it. Anyway, last but not least, the Pope condemns evil fake news. Look, I don't want to talk about the Pope. Look, you want to know why he's pissed off about fake news? Because of all the news that he got, all the negative press that he got when he was in Chile, South America. And because everyone was calling him a pro-pedophile for him promoting some bishop that knew about massive amounts of child molestation, he wants to call fake news now a political game and the devil's work. Huh? Oh, that's great. That's great. It's the devil's work when fake news hits the Pope, right? Hey, you know what the Pope, I mean, we talked about this the other day. You know what the Pope said about these sex abuse victims? That you're lying. Yeah. He was in Chile and actually said this. You can look it up. He said, unless you have proof, then be quiet because you're slandering the church. This is the Pope, man. I'm sick of this Pope. I'm sick of this stupid, wide-eyed piece of crap. This guy is evil. And why anyone's still listening to this nutcase, I have no idea. I have no goddamn idea. But it's okay, right? Hey, if you got a pointy hat, right, and you're the head of the Catholic Church, which is the oldest institution in the world, you can molest whoever the hell you want without any consequence, right? You can just go out and have no consequence. No one has invaded the Vatican. And in my personal opinion, I think that's what needs to be done. This church has molested way too many children on a worldwide basis for the Vatican to still be in existence. And as far as I'm concerned, there is so much money in the Vatican in artwork and in books and in all kinds of antiquities. I mean, the freaking church has massive amounts of real estate. I think that we need to confiscate all that crap, throw all these scumbag, disgusting, old pedophile men in jail, and start compensating these victims. There's millions of victims out here, folks. Millions of victims that these damn Catholics have literally just robbed of innocence. And these old men, they think that they can get away with this without no consequence. That's why you got this disgusting charlatan Pope coming out talking about evil fake news. Evil fake news. What about the evil Catholic Church that molested all those children? The Catholic Church is a pedophile cult. It's a pedophile cult that needs to be held accountable. It needs to be held accountable. I'm not joking. It needs to be held accountable, for Christ's sake. Hey, Pope, go fuck yourself, Pope, all right, you piece of crap. You're a goddamn head of a pedophile cult, and you're a piece of trash. May God smite thee. May God smite the Pope. May God damn the Pope. May God damn that damn blasphemous Pope. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, that's it. I was going to talk a little bit about Ben Shapiro, but, I don't want to give that idiot any more freaking airtime, for Christ's sake. But who is really listening to this idiot? Who is really listening to this Ben Shapiro? I mean, have you heard this guy, man? I mean, he sounds like a smug, disgruntled autist every time he talks. I mean, no, you're not understanding. I'm a conservative, and I don't like transgenders. Even though I may jack off to them or may not, I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? I'm Ben Shapiro. I can act smug, and I can act like an autistic idiot, and that's all there is to it, and people are going to buy it. People are going to buy it. And by the way, I'm going to up my paywall for my podcast from $5 to $10. Oy vey. I mean, who is listening to this asshole, man? I'm serious. I heard what was that Fox goddamn show, The Five? I heard these people talking about Ben Shapiro. And look, I don't know if y'all, this happened today, okay? This happened today. I was watching the Fox News. There's a show called The Five. And you should have seen how they were talking about Ben Shapiro, okay? And they were talking about him as if he was like a gentle autist. Ben Shapiro, he's a nice kid. He's a nice guy. I can't believe anybody would protest his speeches. He's a nice guy. He's a nice kid. Like he's a goddamn autist. Look, I'm tired of this. And you want to know why I brought this up? Not just because I saw this today on The Five, but this stupid manlet actually believes that he could run for president. Can you believe this? As a smug, uninspiring autist, you don't understand. I'm Ben Shapiro, and I think that trannies are not natural, and that's all there is to it. I'm Ben Shapiro. I know better, and as long as I talk like this, like a disgruntled autist, people are going to listen to me. Is that why? Because he's an autist? Is that why everybody's listening to him? They look, I can see the autism in his eyes. One of us. Gobble, 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 gobble. One of us. Autist. Gobble, 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 gobble. One of us. One of us. Is that who's watching Ben Shapiro? I just want to know why Ben Shapiro is a thing. Why? Is it because he's autist, man? Is that it? I mean, is that what y'all would want me to act like more? Like a smug, disgruntled autist? Hi, I'm Ben Shapiro, and you're listening to me because I know better, and I'm looking at you right through the camera like I know better because I'm smug. I'm a smug, pompous little autist, and you're going to love me, and you're going to love me whether you like it or not. I'm Ben Shapiro. And even though I don't like transgenders, and even though I'm not LGBTQ, I still like to sit while I'm peeing. It's better for the prostate. There's nothing fruity about it. All right, that's enough. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Screw Ben Shapiro. I'm sorry. Is it because he's autist? I mean, you can tell the guy's autist, man. I mean, the guy's like, hi, I'm Ben Shapiro, and I know things, and I'm a politician, and I know about politics, and I'm going to talk like this, like I'm a disgruntled autist, and everybody's going to listen to me, and I'm going to sound like the most uninspiring jerk-off that I could possibly represent as myself, and people are going to listen to me, and they're going to pay $10 a month. They're going to pay $10 a month to hear me say, oy vey. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on, all right? Let's go ahead and get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, and I'm talking about radio graffiti. That's right, folks. Radio graffiti, the part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you've got to do is give me a call right now at 516-453-9903. And when I call on your area code, you've got exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. That's why we call this radio graffiti, all right? And look, before I get to anything else, I don't know if I'm going to post my hotline tonight, man. I mean, I could see all you trolls. You're going to call it up. You're going to think it's a big trolling session. And look, I don't even care if you're paying for the troll. I don't want you to troll me, man. I mean, that crypto hotline is serious business. Look, let me go ahead and call it. Let me go ahead and call it right now to show you that I'm serious business, all right? I'm not joking. I'm going to call it right now, and I'm going to show you that I got a hotline going on. I got a hotline. And I'm serious business, man. I'm not joking around. I don't want you goddamn trolls calling me, you sorry sacks of crap. All right? I mean, I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to create capitalists out here. You know, I mean, people that want to know about cryptocurrency, digital wallets, all that crap, I mean, they can give me a call, $3.99 a minute. Go ahead and call it, engineer. Here's the hotline. Listen to this.
What's going on, folks? You have reached Ghost from True Capitalist Radio, and this is my cryptocurrency hotline. I will be giving you the 411 on cryptocurrency, business, life, or if you just need somebody to talk to, you could connect to me live right now, one-on-one. You must be 18 years of age or older to call. And at
I told you. Hey, what did I tell you? What did I tell you?
You will be billed at $3.99 per minute, and this call is for entertainment and educational purposes.
Yeah, listen
only.
to that.
So if you want to connect live right now,
this is my hotline. I told you I had a hotline.
Radio to ask him anything. Go ahead and input your credit card information.
It's my hotline.
And go ahead and connect with yours truly, and let's talk crypto.
Enter your credit or debit card number now.
Yeah, you see, get it off, engineer, get it off. I told you, that's my hotline. That's my hotline, for Christ's sake, man. $3.99 per minute, and I don't want you trolls calling. I don't want you trolls calling. And I'm not going to do it, man. I'll release it tomorrow. All right. If y'all want to know it, if you're wanting to know crypto or anything of that nature, go on ghost.report tomorrow, man. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this tonight. I'm not letting these trolls sit here and call me like a bunch of butt monkeys. I'm not doing that crap, all right? I know what you trolls are going to do, so I'm not releasing it tonight. I'm releasing it tomorrow, all right? I'm releasing it tomorrow. Anyway, do we got any goddamn radio graffiti callers, engineer? All right. Well, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to Radio Graffiti callers right now. All right, who do we have here? How about 651 Radio Graffiti? I can't hear you with whatever that Obama phone's saying. 352 Radio Graffiti.
Good evening, TCR. On behalf of the troll community, between the hours of 6:30 p.m. and 9:30 p.m., we will never use the words puzzle, fruit bowl, pink team playing, taking it in the pooper.
Give it to me, for Christ! More, master! More!
Faggot, or any other anti-homosexual slurs. Now, as it pertains to audio, there will be less references to traps with big dicks.
I guess she's a woman. She put her tits on the table, I guess.
Aw, shit! Watch your fucking mouth.
Whoops. Fuck me.
God damn it. Fuck. Anyway, there will be less trying references. Oh, any words, Tamina?
I didn't like Miss Ghost's leftover cupcakes, but Mr. Ghost really loved my sausage.
Nigga.
You know that was so badly edited. I don't even know what the hell that was. I heard like a trans testicle in there. I don't even know what the hell that was. 256 Radio Graffiti. I am going to Donald Trump right now. I'm glad Donald Trump is dead. Knicker. Look, shut up, you stupid! Damn it! Shut up! With that racist crap! Damn it! What the hell is wrong with you? Shut up with that crap! Jesus Christ, man! You're trying to get me put off the air or something? Stop it with that racist garbage, man! Christ, give me the mic. I'm not joking. Enough of that racist crap. I'm not joking. 971 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, it's Squirrel Hound here. I do have to tell you something. You know Brianna Wu is a man, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure you're fucking blind or something.
Who? Who the hell is Brianna Wu?
Brianna Wu. Yeah, that's a man.
Who the hell is that?
Man. That bitch from...
I don't even know who the hell that is, man. Who cares? I don't even know who the hell that is. What? Have I ever mentioned a Brianna Wu? I mean, what the hell? I mean, is that supposed to be like some kind of like pocket wife, like some kind of like a Chinese pocket wife? You know, whenever you want her to lick your sack, you take her out, put her out of your pocket, you know? You got to teach her how to spoken and crap, you know? Hey, honey, it's not hero, it's hello. Anyway, who else do we have here, for heaven's sake? 732 Radio Graffiti. You people piss me off. You piss me off. You piss me off. Engineer, give me a fidget spinner. Is that for real? Is that for real there, engineer? All right, well, that was good. I'm glad I took that shot. I feel a little, right when I took it, I feel a little better. I was like, woo! I don't do fidget spinners, you stupid asshole, all right? Freaking autist. 412 Radio Graffiti.
Sao Paulo, Brazil. An evangelical pastor has been arrested for molesting members of his congregation after convincing them that his genitals contained a holy milk which they needed for holy healing. Sabrina...
Oh, gee, we don't need to know that crap, man. We don't need to know the sick details. Sick-ass pervert. 352 Radio Graffiti. Johnny Walker. Johnny. Check out my gas. Look at my gas. We're off the wagon now. 98 shots. Johnny Walker. 98 shots. Check out my gas. Look at my gas. Oops, I chewed it again. 98 97 shots of Johnny Walker. 97 shots of piss. Check out my gas. Look at my gas. Engineer, more beer. Are you kidding me, you piece of crap? Shut up! Shut up with that crap! Damn trolls! What the hell kind of remix was that, man? That ain't funny, man! That ain't funny! I'm trying to stop drinking here, and you people think it's a big joke! You think it's a big goddamn joke! I'm trying to stop drinking here! God damn it, man! How dare you! You freaking unappreciative sons of bitches! Give me the mic! Damn it! Give me the goddamn mic. How dare you people, man? How goddamn dare you! Anonymous radio graffiti! Great, a Helen Keller death mute. Exactly what we need, for heaven's sake. 423 Radio Graffiti. We got Tyron Radio Graffiti.
Okay, class. Our next student is Ghost, who will be reading his essay on cryptocurrency. Ghost?
Now, first and foremost, folks, I want to talk about 42 coin, baby. For all those that don't know, 42 coin, that's all there is in circulation. That's another reason why you should entertain this. What, did you fall asleep? Hey, wake up! Wake up, you fat piece of crap! What the hell? How dare you? How dare you go to sleep on my show, you butt-pulling, feminine, penis-loving, pansexual Peter Puffer!
Ghost, please watch your language and calm down before you have a meltdown.
Fuck you! You don't tell me what the fuck to do, stupid scumbag!
Please calm down or I'm sending you to the principal's office. Ghost, report to the principal's office!
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! God damn it! Fuck you!
God damn it! Stop making me sound like a cartoon! You son of a bitch! That's not funny! Stop making me sound like a cartoon, you sorry sack of crap! I'm tired of this crap, man! Don't you understand that? I'm tired of this crap, you butt dart playing feminine penis loving tarts! I'm tired! I'm tired! I'm tired! By God, I'm so tired! Oh, God! Making me sound like a cartoon, man! God! Give me the mic! Son of a bitch! Screw you, man! Damn it. Pissing me off. You're pissing me off. You're pissing me the hell off. 716 Radio Goddamn Graffiti.
Hey, Daddy, it goes like Screen Day. Is it okay if I call you by your real name, Thomas Alvin, on your sex hotline, BB? I want to fuck you so hard.
Oh, jeez. Freaking sick bastard. Look, if you're a sick pervert like that, don't call my hotline, you sack of crap. Don't you dare call my hotline if you're a sick, demented pervert like that son of a bitch, all right? My cryptocurrency hotline is serious goddamn business, and I don't know how many times I gotta tell you, darn sack of crap. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, man. Freaking carpet munching freaking Monday. You got a freaking fruit bowl Wednesday, man. Enough! 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 Get him out! Damn it! enough! I've had enough! Jesus Christ, man. Who else do we have? 704 Radio Graffiti. I'm writing it. Here, look, let me go ahead and put it on. Let me put it on. Let me show you. I'm writing it. You people think I'm lying. Look, here it is right here. Let's go ahead and put it on, engineer. Hey, Oswald, pause my egg hole. Hey, Oswald, pause my egg hole. Hey, Oswald, pause my egg hole. Oh, yeah. Hey, Oswald, pause my egg hole. Hey, Oswald, pause my egg hole. Hey, Oswald, pause my egg hole. Oh, yeah. No. God damn it, you sorry sack of fart fragrant expert, 2 girls in 1 cup loving, Lena Dunham ass licking piece of Jehudi jawbone and crap. I'm sick of this crap. I'm so goddamn sick. Oh, God, good God. Give me the mic. Man, I'm glad the show's almost goddamn over, for Christ's sake. Don't you understand that? I'm glad, for Christ's sake. I'm only going to take a few more callers after all this crap. Oh! 507 Radio Graffiti.
The proletariat admires you, and Trotsky is the top of blood. Well, so is Zenobia. No one shoots like Charlie.
You know, get this idiot. Get him off. This isn't America's Got Talent, their fruit bowl, all right? You suck. All right? You suck. Don't quit your day job. Go bust tables or clean enema bags for a living or whatever it is that you do. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Relation wears off. She lies next to you, too exhausted to do anything else. You simply hold her in your embrace. In that moment, there is no family squabbles, no Nazis, no war, just you and her watching the sky turn pink with the setting sun. You dream of the beautiful face you have found in this place.
Is that Plague, for Christ's sake, man? No wonder he got banned from here for life, for Christ's sake. No wonder! 813 Radio Graffiti. Yeah, you're taking too long, you stupid milky liquor. Who else do we have here? How about, Jesus Christ, 352 Radio Graffiti.
Mario, I don't know if I want to go back to Koopa's castle. Not after that last time.
Luigi, did King Koopa try to touch your spaghetti? You know, Luigi, when someone tries to touch your spaghetti, that's no good.
Oh, thank you, Mario.
No problem, Luigi.
What the hell was that? I hope that was a troll and that wasn't real. But then again, you got Nintendo, I mean, talking about the biggest rip-off artist of all time, selling cardboard for $80. $80 a sheet of cardboard, for Christ's sake. Good God, I wouldn't put it past them. Good God. 713 Radio Graffiti.
We got the Pet Mexican, Radio Graffiti.
Johnny Walker, second harvest. Oh, yeah.
Shut up! Why are you doing this, you freaking bitch horse? Yeah, you know what? I want a woman check on Quilly over here, all right? I want a woman. I don't think that's a man, baby. That's a man, baby. That ain't no goddamn bro. That's a man, baby. I mean, this sounds like something for the crocodile hunter to investigate, right? I mean, I miss that guy. Don't you miss that guy, engineer?
All right, we get it. Let's do one more. How about 647 Radio Graffiti?
I'm gonna put that crazy horsey hotline. You will be back 99 minutes. Crazy horsey hotline. 99 minutes. Goddamn, they're all right. All right, you suckers, so quit your day job. Goddamn, they're all right. All right, you suckers, so quit your job. You got Nintendo. Selling Coin Boy. Nintendo. Selling Coin Boy.
God damn it. I just freaking said that, for Christ's sake! Damn it! Oh, God damn it. I'm done, man. I'm done! I'm tired. Give me the mic, man. You know what? I'm putting an end to this goddamn Fruit Bowl Wednesday, man. I'm putting a goddamn end. I'm putting an end to it. It's over. It's done. That's it. That's it. And for all those that want the hotline of yours truly, I'm not releasing it today, all right? I mean, did you hear what I had to put up with at Radio Graffiti and Camp Shoutouts? You want me to put on a hotline? No. I'm going to put it out tomorrow, all right? Ghost.report, all right? I mean, add that to your goddamn favorites. Add that to your bookmarks. Ghost.report, for Christ's sake, all right? Then I'll put my hotline out there, and I don't want none of you goddamn trolls calling, man. I'm not joking around. I don't want none of you goddamn trolls calling, because I'm so sick of you. I'm sick of you. I wish this was your face. I wish this was your troll face.